let's begin here. You guys all long rested after kind of making your way to the Black Sand Sanctuary. You kind of got yourself into a little bar fight trouble, nothing too major. So now there's jumped on the bar, tried to fight some guy that was like 4 times the size. You guys went back to like one of a private cabin back in the woods, made some pirate friends. Overall, not too much went on last session. If there's anything else anybody wants to add.
I had a question actually. When we were out walking around looking at the ships and stuff, did I notice if our ship has like the name of the ship still on it?
No, your ship does not have a name on it. The Sea Ghost.
Okay.
So like the one thing, I don't know if you remember, like not every ship has a name on it, and the Sea Ghost is definitely a little bit more of a stealthy ship. It's like kind of low profile and made for smuggling.
I was about to say perfect for smuggling.
I believe they call those littorals, in case you're curious.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Sorry.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, you guys all long rested, and you wake up the next morning feeling good, and the tropical sunshine hits your faces. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna wake up out of bed and before I leave, because I believe, did we get the bedroom, or was that where the other guards were sleeping?
I'm sure you guys are just kind of in the main room, like on the floor, sleeping in your bedrolls or whatever.
Never. I was gonna say meditate, but I don't want to look weird because other pirates and monk kind of thing, trying to be a little more.
You're weird.
I mean, I know they were doing butt stuff, so.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of that going on.
So no, never mind. I'm not meditating. I'm just gonna get up and a little hair of the dog.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna start, I guess, with you guys in the cabin then. So Dave, you guys wake up. Fossen wakes up with Yuri and Snoddlers, and a couple of men that are kind of like already sitting at the table. They're kind of like sitting around eating eggs and some loaf of bread. And they don't really talk to you. You guys wake up off the floor and kind of stand up and get moving, and they just kind of look up and go back to just eating, and they look kind of miserable.
No morning cuddles.
Snoddlers would like to check his butthole, make sure everything is as expected.
Everything okay back there, Snoddlers? You didn't get any butt love?
I thought for a second he did not check for his asshole.
Yuri, how's your back door? Is it safe? Or is it a war zone?
No, it's fine, but
Uh,
there's just a complete mess around Yuri. Like, there's some throw up. Just like trash.
I was like, around your butthole?
Jesus.
No,
Yuri, I think you...
definitely not around my butthole.
You made quite the nice mess here, Yuri. That was a good night.
Nice.
You guys had a good night, huh?
Did we drink like early into the morning, or did we go to sleep somewhat early in the evening?
Well, I would say, I think it was around like 12, 1 o'clock when we went to bed.
Yeah, it was pretty late when you guys went to bed.
So I should be completely sobered up now.
Yeah,
Honestly, Snoddlers doesn't remember.
probably a little hungover. I mean,
Yeah, Snoddlers had a night. He probably doesn't remember anything the next morning. I'm sure, Snoddlers, you got yourself with like a really good headache going on.
we were one of the guards, and so when's this fucking meeting?
The meeting's
It's not
tonight.
too early.
Oh, it's tonight at midnight.
Oh,
when the
excellent.
moon's full. You got all day to work off that hangover, buddy.
Oh, let me work off. What do we got to do?
And then he points to the window over behind him, and he's like, take a look.
I walk over the window and look out it.
So you look out the window and you see. Go ahead.
Sorry, I also think there's latency because I started talking like as you did, and you were like half sentence.
Oh, no.
I'm really sorry. So Snoddlers is like still trying to like pick himself up, and he waves his hand around, and he's like, you see him like have a shimmer go over him.
Nice. he's ready for the day. So you guys kind of make your way over to the window, and you look out, and you see a couple of piratey-looking workers. You know, these guys, they're not wearing like weapons or anything like that, but they're loading up a cart, and they're loading these large crates in the back of a cart and wagon. And like scurrying about like with them is also like a couple of goblins, and they appear to be like well dressed, and they're like there's like 2 or 3 of them lifting a crate, and they're trying to like pick it up and put it in the back of this wagon. So the guy,
where are
a load wagon?
Dave and I.
Yeah. So the pirate he looks over and he's like, "Hey, yeah, somebody's got to get out there and help these guys out."
Well, I guess for the lodging, I don't mind helping load the wagon.
That's the spirit.
So, like, I'll, like, stretch out a little bit.
Where are us 3 right now?
I believe in this house right here where the wagon is out front.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure because we can't see him. So I didn't know if I was fucked up.
Nah, we're all inside this house.
Can you guys... Oh, you guys can't see inside the house?
Yeah, not there.
Okay.
No.
I changed my fog settings to like more transparent, so I can't tell what's actually fogged or not.
Yeah. Yep. All right, we're good. So yeah, Yuri or Vasen just sits there and like does some like stretching real quick because I was laying on the floor, so he's all cramped up. I'm like, all right, well, time to start the day. And I go outside and take some deep breaths. Like, so Goblin, what the hell is in those crates?
Oh, it's the work. It's the nightshade.
Oh, serious shade.
So
yeah, well, where's the barrels? Let's I'll help you out.
So he points up the hill.
So should I know what nightshade is?
I don't know if you would. It's not really found in the Underdark, so.
So can I roll nature or medicine to try to? I assumed it would be some type of medical herb, or I do nature, which I'm actually more proficient at. But with Underdark, I don't know if that matters for nature.
Yeah, well, go ahead and make a nature check.
I would assume I know because it's street shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of more. Yeah, okay. So like Snoddlers, you've heard of it before. Like nightshade is like a kind of a plant that can be used in a lot of different ways. Like in the right amounts, it can be used as an illicit drug. In an over amount, it's used as a deadly poison. And it's in a very fine amount, it could be used as.
All right. Yeah, it's kind of
just
it's
like
kind of what I would have expected.
Yeah. So like.
That's good enough.
So you see a couple of these other pirates and a bunch of these little goblins. They're all kind of like loading the cart up. And the goblin's like, yeah, there's a whole field of it up above there. This is what we do. This is what the master wants.
Master? Do you mean the butcher?
Yeah, the butcher. He's our master.
Oh, nice. Is he here all year round?
Oh, no. He just came to check on the harvest.
So he comes once a year?
No, he comes many times a year.
Nice. How long does this stuff take to harvest? As I'm doing this, I'm gonna like assume I'm walking with one back up to get more barrels.
Yeah, and as you like start doing that, there's like a couple other guys come out. There's a couple of human like mercenary looking guys come out, and they're kind of watching over some of these like goblins or like helping like lift these bear crates, and they're kind of like up and down the stairs. So as you kind of like look up at the top, there's like these, like we said, there's these plateaus basically, and up through the trees you can see at like the next level another house up here. And that house, you can see like the goblins coming in and out of like the back door, and like I said, there's like a definitive like trail leading to the back door where they're like transporting these crates back and forth from.
Boston like points towards the house, like, what's in this cabin?
That same goblin's like, this is where we process the nightshade.
Oh my god, this is quite the establishment you got here.
It's this one that we're talking about, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and then from like where you guys are, you can still see the main house, which is like the large house that you saw from the beach, basically, like, or from the docks. You saw this house, the top of like the mansion house.
So, is there any special precautions for picking this nightshade, or is it only after it's processed that it could be fun or dangerous?
So he starts talking to you, and then one of the mercenaries is like, "Hey, shut up! You talk too much!" And he kicks the goblin in the ass. Sure thing, Snoddlers. Yeah, you guys are kind of like all. Are you helping out as well?
Yuri's definitely not helping. He came out to poke fun at Vossen for helping. Just laughing at him.
Okay. And Snoddlers is kind of like in the back, also helping out. And a couple of these goblins, it takes like 2 or 3 goblins to really lift one of these large crates. And it's not necessarily like the contents that are in the crate, but it's the crates themselves. They're really pretty large wooden crates. And a couple of the guards show up, and they start like just watching. And you can tell that they're obviously just letting Snoddlers and the goblins kind of like do the majority of the work.
So where's these crates that need to be moved?
So one of the guards looks up. He's like, "Oh, there's a couple more up here by the house. If you don't mind grabbing them, loading up the cart. We want to get all this. Yeah, we want to get all this moved out today for the meeting. A lot of us are leaving, so got a big shipment heading back east."
Well, oh shit! Where out east?
Oh, they bring it to Seaton.
We can pick some of this stuff up. Are they selling Seaton?
Yeah, it gets sold in Seaton. Yeah. The boss, he likes some of it sold out west, out in Carrington.
Carrington? I've never heard of this place.
Oh? Not much of a sailor, are you, huh?
I try to stay more towards the east. The waters I know.
So a little while goes by. You guys are all kind of just unloading boxes and making small talk with these guys. What are you guys doing in the boat when you wake up?
Kolos is gonna get up and change into his chainmail armor, and then do his morning prayers.
Nice.
Let me get up, take a look around the ship, make sure everything as it should be. Make sure everyone's still on board. Look around for Argyle, see if he's come back.
All right, make a perception check, Taurus.
That went well.
You start walking around the deck, and you're looking around for people, but Bobby the Schlub, he's kind of like still sleeping in a hammock, and you see like a lot of the guys are kind of like just being lazy, and there's actually a couple people missing from the crew. You haven't seen Argyle, but it looks like there's quite a few people actually missing now.
I'm gonna go find Hector, wake him up if he is not already awake, and let him know that apparently some of our crew is MIA.
Well, that's not good.
Not good at all. And I don't see Argyle either.
Alright.
Should probably go do captainy things, get the rest of them in line, and now we gotta go hunt for the others.
Yeah, we'll go make sure everybody is up And
Bobby's up there at least, so
that's some good news. Let's start like talking to the crew and see if I can't figure out where the rest of the crew went, and see if I know where Argo went or Argent.
I would have seen most of the crew at this point, right?
Yeah, I mean, you see most of the crew, but there's you can tell there's a few guys that are missing. Like maybe they're just deckhands, but officer-wise, I mean, you haven't seen Argo. You don't know if he's on the ship or not, but you don't see him around. And you guys have just seen Bobby the Schlub, who's like just lounging in his hammock in like the crew quarters area.
All right. Oh, you're gonna set Jason's internet on fire.
Yeah, trying.
Excuse me, I gotta go get some water glass. Put out this fire, BRB.
All right, Captain. Once
Yeah.
you get your crew in shape, and I guess do a more thorough search of the ship.
Okay.
Just deck by deck. Make sure I didn't miss anyone. Make sure someone's not like sleeping in a barrel or something dumb like that.
All
Figure out how many are missing, and if I know who is missing.
Yeah, I'm sure. So you take a good like 10-15 minutes to walk around the ship and just kind of like check every nook and cranny, and you kind of like ask around, ask a couple questions, and you find out there's 3 deckhands that are missing, and Argle's missing.
Gotcha. Does anybody know where they went, or they just snuck off in the middle of the night?
So Bobby the Schlub comes up to you, and he has like this look on his face, like he knows something. So he just comes up and reluctantly is like, yeah, so, Captain Hector, yeah, a couple of the guys, they kind of went ashore. They wanted to go check out the bar. I told them not to. It wasn't really a good idea. And they didn't come back.
Well, that's sort of what I assumed was going to happen, but I'll go see if I can't find them this morning.
Lashes when they get back?
No, but just make sure there's plenty of deck to be swabbed. Yeah, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna find Kolos and tell him we got a few people missing. I'm gonna go see if they're at the bar or where they ended up, and see if he wants to tag along. Vitoris, you still looking for Argyle?
I will let. I'm assuming while you were talking to Bobby is when I was doing the search.
Yeah, like I said, the search probably took a good 10-15 minutes. So
When I'm done with the search, I'll go up and let you know that we're missing 3 crew members and Argle, so 4 total.
yeah, I'm assuming you guys all kind of talked about it with Bobby, and
Does he know when Argle left?
so Bobby just says, well, he left last night. He said he had something to take care of on the shore. He'd be back in like a half hour or so, but I don't know, boss. He never came back. Does that mean I get a promotion?
Pending.
As I look around at all the sleeping deckhands, I don't say anything. I just look around at everyone not doing anything. And then go to where the rowboat is and see that it's gone. Or do we have a second one?
Oh no, you ain't got one. And it's not there.
Oh, he left after we got back.
Yeah, we all came back on the boat, and then they went to their sleepover. Where they did, and then I do the finger gesture. Like, well,
Well,
good thing I got these gloves. Before I jump off the, I'm assuming we're all going. Hold on a sec. The wife's calling.
Stop it, woman. We're playing D&D. Can you not forget about letting me talk to them at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, I assumed like you're talking to them, like making small talk to them. Is there anything in particular you want to ask them?
He was in the middle. Yeah, I want to understand if
He's cutting in and out
they
too.
were
I don't know
Yeah,
about
you're
anyone
kind
else.
of you're roboting, so it's kind of hard to say.
ones anyone
Can you guys hear
Actually-
me fine?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just now he's roboting.
or wanted to
I don't know.
His battery's
dig-
running down.
He's a brr, brr.
further.
He is determined to get his sentence out.
He
I
is
think
too.
it's lagged out and he's not hearing.
Oh yeah, probably.
And the voice keeps cutting in and out. So I typed it out. I hope you got that though.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, so yeah, the goblin tells you, like, yeah, we have to do all the work. Master makes us do all the work. But that's okay. I guess that's part of my job. I do the work, and he makes the money.
Then how do you know that this Snoddlers would like to know how you know that this is ripe? How do you decide what is good and what is not?
Oh, we learned from the farmers. They work in the house.
So you can't just tell Snoddlers what it looks like? I have to talk to the farmer? I mean, I can do that.
But
It's just,
I'd have
thought,
to show you, but
you know,
I
kinda similar.
can't bring you back there because we might get in trouble. I don't want to get hit again.
Oh, snap.
why'd you get hit the first time?
Because Master found me sleeping.
Work. Understood.
I don't know if John
Uh,
ever played those
um,
games.
Can I look at their hands and stuff? Like, are they wearing gloves?
No.
Are they
No,
like,
they're
are their hands all fucked up?
yeah, their
Are
their hands are definitely like all like scarred up, and he's got like little cuts everywhere.
All right.
And he's
So I'm
like,
assuming
he even tells you, he's like,
hand from this.
it looks like it's not like the easiest thing to do. It's probably what like Snoddlers could see from like what the goblin has to go through to harvest this stuff.
All right. And can I infer from this that handling just the leaves unprocessed is kind of safe,
Yeah,
or is at least it's not instantly deadly?
yeah, it seems safe.
All right.
Now, if you don't wash your hands before you eat,
So the goblin also does tell you, like in small talk, he's like, yeah, I kind of would rather be working up in the big house with some of the other goblins, but it is. I guess I don't really have a choice, but they just get to work in the house and take care of things, take care of the house, make food for the master.
Does the master eat this?
Oh no, the master does not eat this. Master eats meat.
It's not. It was also eats meat. Then I'm like nodding, like we're bonding.
Okay. All right, so back on the Sea Ghost, what were you guys doing?
I think we're getting ready to jump in the water and swim to shore. Sorry,
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty small bay. You can see like the 20, 30 ships in the bay. The water's warm. It's like crystal clear. You can easily like make it to the other side in a nice morning swim across the bay. You get over to the other side where the rowboat is, and the kind of like makeshift docks that are kind of like spread along the edge of the beach, and it's like 100 yards from the I forget the name of the inn, but the inn that's down there, the Dapper Swallow Inn.
Before I jump off the boat, though, I do want to look at Bobby the Schlub and let him know that, like, the only way to get promotions is if you actually show like leadership qualities and whatnot. As I again look at everyone not doing anything.
So Bobby the Schlub just like stands up like tall and he like salutes. He's like, "Yes, sir."
I give him a nod and then I just jump into the water.
And as you jump in the water, you think you almost hear him say, "What a prick," like under his breath.
Pretty sure we told him before we left to make sure they like double the watches, keep an eye on everything, and then not even here 24 hours. They're already all sleeping. Yep. Quarter of the crew's missing. They're doing great.
So they just took off during the middle of the night.
Or
We don't know.
I don't know.
we don't know when. At some point,
They were just gone. But they obviously took the rowboat, right?
Well, no, you guys know that you guys took the rowboat. You took the rowboat back to the house.
or well, to the bay and then walk back up to your sleepover.
But yeah, you don't know anything about the 3 missing crewmen.
You're just pointing and laughing at Boston doing work. Yeah, swim towards shore. And I guess are there any shacks on the way to the bar?
Yeah, like if you look like left and right along the black sand beaches, there's a whole bunch of like little lean-tos and shacks, and like you kind of like you see there's a bunch of people passed out. They're still sleeping in these little shacks.
I was about to ask if there's anybody like out walking the docks and how many people just saw us like swim to shore.
Yeah, I mean, like you look around and there is some people around. There's a couple of people walking around, but nobody really pays any mind to you swimming. There's like a bunch of like people passed out, like just randomly drunk in the middle of the beach. And again, you kind of walk around and you see a couple of these monkeys just like running around, like darting out of the jungle and like trying to like jump on these people, and they're like searching for food or anything, and then they run back into the jungle. They're kind of like a nuisance here.
Hijacks. As we're walking, I'm assuming we're going to head towards the bar, but as we're walking, I'll take a peek inside the lean-to as we walk by, just to see if I happen to see any of our crew members that are missing.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
I did good on the last one.
You jinx yourself.
Wow,
Jesus.
that's great.
Are you fucking kidding? I'm reloading.
Yeah, these guys don't look familiar. Anybody that you see, they're just some
Alright, well. On the
people
way,
all
I'll leave.
cuddled up.
There's a lot of cuddling going on amongst pirates.
There's a lot of drinking and brotherhood on this island.
Brotherhood. Alright, I'm going to keep looking, and as we're walking, I'll use prestidigitation to slowly dry my clothes out. And I'll just keep looking on our way up to the bar.
Yeah, I mean, you look around, you don't see any of the crew members as you make your way to the bar.
To the bar we go.
Yep.
I'm assuming, as long as the other two are fine with it.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, you guys head up the stairs and you go into the bar, and the bar's quiet. They're like definitely a whole lot different from the night before. As you open the door, it just smells in there like urine, and it smells like somebody actually like took a shit on the floor in there. There's just people passed out everywhere. Even the bartender, he's like half asleep on like leaning on the bar, and you kind of look around, and right off the bat though, you see the crew members, all 3 of them. They're like sitting at a table. And they all look like completely like shit-faced, like they fell asleep sitting in the chairs. There's a bunch of cards on the table in front of them, and a few copper kind of like piled up in front of each of the crew members.
Is Argyle anywhere in the bar?
Make a perception check.
It's not a 1.
You look around, and you only take a couple minutes to just kind of like make a quick glance, but you don't notice Argyle.
I look at Hector. Captain, do you wish to deal with the wayward crew?
Yeah, I got something in mind. So I'm gonna walk over to the table where they're passed out, and just pick one of them, whichever one's closest to me. I'm gonna put my arm around his shoulder and whisper in his ear and go, "It looks like you won."
Yeah, and all of a sudden he like gets up and he's like, who the fuck is? Sir! And he like jumps out of the seat and he's like, he kicks the table and all three of them are all awake now and they're like, I guess it was a little late and we lost track of time. I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah. Get back to the ship and get it ready because we need to make sure we're ready to go. This is ridiculous. You guys fucking suck. I just like gips back of the head.
They just like grab their shit and then half of them leave their copper on the table, their winnings, and they just kind of like stumble out and make their way out to the beach.
I grab all their copper. I'll give it back to them later. But
When they earn it. What is this on the map?
now to find Argo.
I don't know. Rope
just-
or something. I don't know. I don't know what that's supposed to be.
A little piece of chain.
Yeah,
It's a snake.
it could be a snake.
Sea snake.
What are you looking at?
I was just wondering what this was.
Yeah, standing by Kolos, there's like a little, I don't know what that is. Chain.
It could be a snake.
Could be a snake, yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't bite anyone while they're sleeping. I didn't see him in any of the shanties or the bar. I took a real hard look too. Any ideas?
Okay, so I can't remember right now if I know that he's here for what's her face or not.
If he's what?
Do I know why he came here? Why he left?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I don't think. I mean that.
Yes, because I think his previous relationship with Joysword was mentioned by Vossen,
Yeah,
and that's when I went to go talk to him and we had our discussion.
Yeah, I mean, I got an idea where he's at, but I don't know which ship is hers.
Neither do I. Is there anyone awake?
yeah. I mean, like, there's people like waking up, and they're all like, you kind of see like everybody there is kind of pissed drunk still, and they're all kind of getting up, trying to get back to their ships.
We can ask the bartender. I don't know if I'd just outright ask for her ship in specific, but
You know what it's called?
I do not. I think I did at one point, but I never wrote it down, so no, I do not. I have an inkling.
Roll with it.
But I guess so. Is the bartender awake?
No, the bartender's still slumped over the bar.
You got that those coppers?
Sure. I just hand him. I just take some of my own. I just take a fistful of copper out.
I'll just go over and drop them on the counter.
He kind of wakes up a little bit and like he like rubs his eyes. He's like, "Oh, it's morning already." And he just grabs the copper and puts it in his pocket. And he goes back to sleep.
Kidding me? No, I better not. It's a bad idea. All right, I'm gonna shake him awake and be like, "Do you guys serve food here?"
Whoa! Food. We don't serve food here. This is a drinking establishment, my friend. And he starts like nodding off again.
Well, what about a drink?
No, drink. Coming right up. And he kind of stumbles, and you see like this like half filled glass already of ale, and he pours it out and just pours some new ale in there, and he just hands it over. He goes, 2 copper.
I bite back. I bite back the words, but I'll pay up 2 copper. Do I? Inventory. That's the word I'm looking for. And I guess I'll drink my breakfast.
Perfect.
Hector, Kolos, you guys want some?
Ooh, this is a little early for that.
No, definitely not.
Awful lot of pirates here. Is there any big names here, other than the butcher, of course?
Oh, big names. Oh, there's plenty of big names here. Everybody's here. Everybody who's anybody. Shiv's here. The Dragonborn. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. Sea Mr. Black is here. But we all know Lady Joysword's here. Captain Argent. All the heads of the sea princes are here. All right, who are you looking for?
I'm not looking for anyone. Who owns that big monster ship with the iron undersides and all the ballista?
You don't know. That's the butcher's ship.
I've not had the pleasure of meeting the butcher.
Well, maybe it's for the best, my friend. He's not the most pleasant character.
Is that a no?
Said a no for what?
I asked him if he ever met him. I don't know if he heard me or not.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
No, I was like, did my Discord just go out? I don't hear anyone.
Oh, I've met him. He's been in the bar many times. He likes to have a lot of fun, but he can get a little violent.
Has he ever been down to the bar?
Yeah, he's been to the bar lots of times. I just said that.
I'm surprised he's yelling this early in the morning after he just woke up. What can you tell me about Joysword?
What are you? Are you a cop? You got to tell me, you know.
I'm not a cop. I've heard she's good looking.
Yeah, she is good looking. Even with that one eye, she's still pretty good looking.
Which ship is hers?
I don't know. I'm not sure, but all I know is the legends that she's on the Silent Raider, the fastest ship in the whole armada.
Very nice. I gotta change my push to talk from fucking caps lock.
The rest of you guys want anything? What's going on? What are you doing here? You're all standing around looking at me like a bunch of idiots.
I was going to ask where the meeting was at tonight. I know it's here somewhere, but where exactly?
Jesus Christ, don't you know anything? It's in the cavern.
Oh, that's right.
You've never been to one of the meetings before? You must be new guys. Where's your captain?
I am the captain.
You don't seem like a captain to me. What's your name?
Hector.
Captain Hector? Never heard of you.
Most happy.
Well, you gotta go find Govac.
Govac. He was here last night.
Yeah, he's around here somewhere. Hey, Govac! Wake up! And you see him start like walking away from the end of the bar, and he's starting to look a little suspicious now.
Damn it. If his back is turned, I want to cast a spell if I can without him noticing.
No, he's kind of like walking away, but he's keeping his eyes on you guys the whole time.
Just smile, keep grinning.
Yeah, you guys stay right here. I'm gonna go get Kovac. He'll probably know you.
Yeah, he was here last night with us.
So he starts making his way to the back of the bar.
When does he stop looking at us?
Yeah, so he walks away, like, he probably gets like a good like 30, 40 feet away from you. And you see him just like going around to the back where there's people kind of like laying around everywhere. There's like a small platform back there where the performers play, and he's kind of looking around. He's kind of searching the mounds of people looking for Govac, and you kind of like you see that at one point he kind of ducks out of sight, and there's a lot of tables and things like that in between. So I think you could tell that he's not quite paying attention to you fully. Now he's like kind of frantically looking for Govac.
I am going to slip out the door. Or attempt to, anyway. When his back is turned. And now I get a good roll.
I mean, yeah, you easily enough you guys are near the front door, so you just kind of turn around and...
I'm not sure what they're doing.
Vittoris sneaks out the door.
I know I definitely don't want to get noticed by him.
I'm going to stick with Hector.
I don't know why I did that one. That's not the one I wanted. I wanted this one. Nope. Yeah, that one. I'll cast that on myself real quick.
Okay. Yeah, so a couple of minutes goes by, and the bartender comes back, and he's like, wait, where'd your friend go?
I look around. What the hell? He does that sometimes. No patience, that one.
I don't really trust you, and I can't find Govac. I can't find anybody in charge, so maybe we should just not do this anymore, huh? Before somebody gets hurt.
Do what?
Be seen talking to each other. I don't know who you are, and I really don't want to get involved with something that's going on here.
Aw. Last night you were all here to have a beer, and today you're all, I don't want to talk to you. Well, suit yourself.
Yeah, suit yourself. The door's over there, buddy.
I just give him a little salute, and like, all right, and just head for the door.
All right, so Vittoris and Hector, I'm assuming, are outside the bar now.
Oh, in for me. I followed Hector out. I didn't want to talk to the bartender.
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
All right, so what are you guys doing?
Go outside and act like I'm looking around and just whisper, Towers, fuck, where'd you go?
I'm almost invisible. Buried myself in the sand on the beach. No. Is there any sort of cover out there, or is it just like on the beach?
Yeah, it's
wide
just,
open.
Yeah, it's just on the beach. The only thing that's out there are like the little shacks and.
As soon as I hear him walk out, I'll step out from around the corner. I didn't know if there was like bushes or a tree or something.
Oh
like
no,
that.
yeah, it's just literally a black sand beach. Some, there's debris on the sand, like driftwood and things like that, but it's kind of wide open.
Gotcha. So as soon as they walk out, I'll peek around the corner, make sure it's them and they're alone, and then I'll step out.
Jesus, man, I didn't even see you. It's ridiculous. I just blinked and you were gone.
I don't think I want to get seen by him. So what do we got next? Any ideas?
We could go scout the gorge out.
Cave? What gorge?
Gorge? I thought you said gorge. Cave? Is it in the cave?
Cave or cavern?
Cavern.
We can go take a look at the cavern.
Yeah. Wander down that way and see what we can't see.
Do we know where the cavern is?
Nope.
How big is the island?
It's not very big. So the only thing that you do see, like from where you're standing, is the pathway that's like right next to the bar. There's a pretty large path. I mean, it's definitely wide enough for like 2 wagons to go down it. It's like
All
like
right.
a dirt road back into the jungle.
I guess we'll follow the path up. I'll stick towards the edge of the path though, just in case I need to duck out of sight.
When I think there's not a lot of people around, I'm going to summon my owl familiar and have him like give us a bird's eye view. Keep a lookout.
Okay.
See if he can't. I don't know. I'll probably like use his vision here in a minute, but
Yeah, so you guys make your way down the trail. You get like about a quarter mile down the trail. It just splits off into a Y, and the path to the right kind of goes up the hill a little bit more, and the path to the left looks like it leads down thicker into the jungle. The terrain definitely turns a little bit more rocky down that way.
gotcha.
To the left?
To the left, yeah.
That was a question towards the other two. Sorry.
Sorry.
I think so. I'm just gonna pop in my owl real quick and see if I can't get a 1,000-foot view of the thing.
Yeah, so like your owl, he's kind of like flying around, and you pick up like another quarter mile away is the tops of the houses that are up on the hill, and this is where your owl also sees the kind of like commotion that's going on with the wagon, where Vasen and Yuri and Snoddlers are with a group of goblins and people loading the wagon. So I would say it's safe to say that you are seeing that now.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like left for sure. There's the other. Oh, but everyone else is up north, so go west.
To the left, then we'll scout it out.
All right, yeah. So you start making your way down this path, and now you're starting to hear all these like whoop 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 whoop. You hear this like whooping of all these monkeys, and you kind of look around, and they're kind of jumping from branch to branch and tree to tree, and you kind of like see they're kind of following you. And as you guys like draw down the path, they're stopping.
I hear everything on me.
They're like staring at you and like following you through the trees as you make your way down this path. You follow that for a good 10 minutes or so, and sure enough, it's a pretty short trail, and it kind of comes to a mound in the ground, and there's this large cavern mouth opening, and it's kind of well grown over on the sides, but you can see there's pretty good foot tracks, like a lot of footprints going into the mouth of this massive cave.
Are there any guards outside of it?
No, there's nobody. It's literally just you guys out there right now.
See what we're dealing with. So head on inside. Is there any torches lit, or even like around, or is it just?
There's torches around the cave, and even like along the path that you guys are walking out there was torches out there, but they were all like burnt out. So, but like as you get to the cave, it's about 15 feet wide, 20 feet high. And as you get back there, it's dark in the cavern. You see like streaks of light coming down through small holes that are in the ceiling of it, but it's pretty dark in there. You guys don't have dark vision. Well, Kolos does.
I'll take my torch out and light it.
All right. So as you light it up, you kind of look down into the darkness, and it kind of, as your torch light starts glowing, you see that there's a main passageway that kind of like descends into the cavern, and there's like all these small like little passageways that kind of like branch off, like little tunnels off to the sides.
I'll just stick just inside Hector's torch, so I can actually see what his torch is lighting up. Do I see anything down the side passage, or do they just end in darkness?
So you kind of like look through a lot of them, and they just kind of look like darkness. But you get kind of further down this main trail, and you look at there's a couple of them now that start like branching up, and you kind of like follow the torchlight up along the ceiling of this cavern, and you can see that there's like little like passageways, almost like trails that kind of like follow up around this like kind of natural auditorium that's created underground.
Anyone in it, or is it just empty right now?
Make a perception check.
I've been hot on those.
All right, so within like the 40 or feet or so of where you're at, you look around and you don't see anybody around you. It seems pretty quiet. You stop enough to like just listen, and you can hear like a little bit of the ocean, the waves crashing down on the beach.
But it seems like there's only the one entrance into here.
Yes. From what you can tell so far.
I'd like to know for sure. Let's keep going. Explore. Let's stick to the main trail for now. We'll do some.
Well, it ends at the auditorium, doesn't it?
From what you can tell, yeah, you guys are kind of like followed this path to the natural auditorium, and like the back walls around the place all seem solid from like where you are. There's no like obvious passageways in the auditorium area, like out of the cavern.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, we'll just go explore some of the side paths and see. I want to see if we can find like a side entrance. And also just see how these like different paths like loop back around and stuff.
Okay, so say you guys are in there for a good half hour or so. The cavern isn't that large. The auditorium is the biggest part. There's all these thinner passageways that kind of like snake around through the place, and you kind of like get to the back around to where the auditorium is, and it looks like it's kind of like a sealed off, like at one point this was like a kind of like micro volcano, and all these little like lava passageways that are like go through there, and they're all made out of like this black like volcanic rock, but from what you can tell, there's really only one main way in and out of this place.
Gotcha. Alright. I think that covers everything I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of anticlimactic.
Too bad we couldn't collapse the entrance.
Yeah.
But we still haven't found Argo.
We should probably go back to the ship and see if the other 3 crew members know where Argo went.
If they've come back to the ship.
We should have asked them before we left. I kind of just didn't think about it.
We can go back to the beach if our... Would we recognize our rowboat, or is there just a bunch of rowboats up there?
I mean, there's a bunch of rowboats up there. I mean, maybe. I don't know if there's anything really distinguishing from your rowboat from anything else, but
We should put one on it.
We should just take 2 rowboats back to the ship.
No, first we should look at our ship to make sure there's not already a rowboat there.
There wasn't. We looked.
No, because
No.
the other 3 have to take the rowboat back to the ship.
Right.
they might have said, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
As we're walking around these caverns, do we notice any like sort of symbols or anything like etched on the walls or?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
I was gonna ask, and I forgot. Not great. 13.
Okay, that's not bad. So like, so one of the things you do see, like in the main auditorium, you're kind of looking around. The one thing you do see is it kind of looks like a kind of a crude map of the Azure Sea, and you see now like this, what kind of looks similar to, or you see the mainland of Faerun to the east, and then this large continent to the west. And you, Hector, know that this is the continent of Cordova. This is actually the area of where you were from. And you can see like kind of like etched into the wall is, like I said, it's kind of like a makeshift giant map of the region.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's head back to the beach and back to the ship. Also, I doubt he's gonna pick anything up, but I'm gonna have my I'll be on the lookout for Argil. Argil?
Argo?
Argil. Had it right the first time.
I can summon. Did I do an owl? Yeah, I think I did an owl. I'll summon mine and do the same thing. Just on the off chance, but if I had to hazard a guess, he's somewhere inside, but you never know.
Yeah. I'm thinking we might like catch him sneaking back to the ship or something. Probably not, but again, you never know.
All right, so you guys are gonna head back to the ship.
Mhm.
All right, so we'll jump over to you other guys back at the houses.
What was the name of that continent, real quick? Sorry.
Cordova. Again, this is something that only Hector knows, so I don't think...
I'm writing it down. I'll put a note in there that only Hector knows so far.
Right next to the Bendover continent.
Wow.
All right, so back at the little compound. Sure, you guys would have finished up by now, loading up these wagons, and the horse takes the wagon down the trail, and the goblins, the pirates go back about their business back inside the middle house there, leaving you guys essentially to yourselves. And the other pirates from the little house, they're kind of like walking around and doing whatever it is they do throughout the day, kind of guarding the area. But you can tell like none of them are really taking their job serious because there's not really much to guard, I guess, in this area.
Now what, Yuri? Fucking gonna be bored. Now what the fuck do we do?
We got to go to the meeting.
Yeah, that's not till later.
Oh, you know when the meeting is?
Later.
What time's the bar open?
It's always open. It's a fucking pirate island.
Snoddlers kind of assumes that we'll just follow when people leave.
I mean, we're free to walk around, right? I mean, unless you just want to go get some drink. I mean, you didn't do much work.
Work? We're a guest. You don't do work when you're a guest.
I do work to stay limber.
They should be making us breakfast right now.
I'm sure we can get breakfast. Let's maybe we go to the big house and see if they got breakfast there. Or I mean, we could drink our breakfast.
I'm down for whatever.
Is there like a lot of people walking around these grounds down here?
So, sorry, where are we looking? Up top where you're at?
It kind of like over like this way towards the house.
Yeah, so like as you kind of start walking around, you start seeing some actual like guards now. Like you see a guy with a bow. He's kind of standing guard, kind of at the stairs leading up to the to the big mansion. And then kind of like as you kind of walk around the grounds of where you were at, just kind of looking around, you can see like in the back, you can see a little bit of the field, the Nightshade field, and you see, some guards kind of walking, patrolling the perimeter.
Like way back here.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell it's a shady operation, and it's being guarded, but they're not like shooting you on sight, basically.
There's nothing up. There's guards up here, though. You said
You can't really see quite all the way back there, but
okay.
but from like the front area that you guys are kind of like walking around in, like leisurely walking around and without anybody questioning you, you can see guards up on the ridge and things like that.
So they just do a little circuit and then head back to Yuri.
Let's try to go up these stairs.
Do you want to go up there? I mean, what are we gonna do there?
Isn't that the big house?
Oh yeah, we can go talk to Govak and maybe try to score some breakfast.
So I just walk.
I guess walk with Yuri up.
All right, so
like we fucking belong here.
So you guys get about halfway up the stairs, and a guard comes over at the top of the stairs, cuts you off, and he's like, "Hey, no guests allowed."
What do you mean, no guests allowed?
What I said, dwarf, no guests allowed.
Invited.
Invited? Nobody invited you up here. The butcher's given me strict orders not to let anybody up here.
Oh. I was under the impression Govak said it was cool.
Oh, fuck Govak. He's not even here.
Where the hell is he? He said he was up here.
He's on in the other house. So turn
You
around.
swindle us.
Sorry,
He's in
boys.
the other house?
Sorry, boys. Can't let
He's
you
in the... All right. Don't just get all testy.
Fuck that guy. Let's get out of here.
I guess.
Said there's not a lot of gnomes or anything around here, right? But there are goblins.
There's goblins. You've seen some halflings when you were at the bar the night before. But like in this particular area, you see like a lot of goblins like running around, like doing manual labor.
Are any of the goblins going into the hut? Like going into the building that we're trying to get into?
So, not the main building. You see goblins going into this
That's all
building.
I hear.
Yep.
I wasn't trying to determine if I could spoof a goblin to get inside.
Oh.
Clever thinking.
So we see our friend Govak and see what's going on?
I was totally confused about the houses. I didn't know there was technically three of them.
Well, if you did a little work, you would know that this is where they're refining the Nightshade.
Even Snoddlers learned that. Where were you?
What the hell is Nightshade?
Ooh, you would probably really like it. It would probably be the death of you.
Quite literally.
Do you have some of this Nightshade?
No, God no. It's growing in the back. That's what they're doing here. Sending crates of this stuff out. But anyway, I don't think we should talk about that around here. Did you want to talk to Govak, or are we just going to go look for food somewhere else?
To you. I mean, we could go find the others. Do whatever.
I suppose.
I'm hungover.
Snoddlers is confused. Where are we finding Govak? Govak's not in the building.
Govak? The guard said he was in the refinery.
Snoddlers wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, I guess let's just start walking back towards the fucking boats.
Okay.
Although Snoddlers wouldn't mind going to the refinery.
I just stop. I'm like, so we going back to we're going to the refinery.
Go see what's it doing in the refinery.
Snoddlers kind of wants to know how they process this.
Oh, well, I don't know how willing they're going to be to divulge the information.
Even
Where's the
just
front door? Over here?
even just seeing is, better than nothing.
Yeah, so the front door is over here.
Yeah, I'm going just fucking walking.
Do we walk in or knock?
The door's
just
locked, so.
Oh, I budge into the door then. Well, guess we're not allowed in here. Do you want to knock? I look over at them. We're all knocked.
Kick it in.
All right, I knock on the door.
Okay. All right, yeah, you knock on the door, and the door opens up, and there's this mercenary-looking fellow standing there, and he's like, what do you want?
Go back.
Go back sleeping.
So you're
Wait.
telling us to go back?
Huh? You
Go
want
back sleeping?
Yeah, do you want to talk to him? I don't really want to wake him
I
up,
mean-
but if it's important, I can wake him up.
No.
No. He invited us in, so we stopped at one place, and now we're here.
Oh. Well, usually guests stay down at the other house, down the hill. You can't miss it. You probably walked right by it.
Oh, he said I was invited to his house.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, we got fucking really wasted last night.
All right,
So,
go ahead and
probably
make a
doesn't-
persuasion check.
Snoddlers doesn't remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, so he looks. At first, he's like, "Oh, he did," and then Snoddler's just like, "I don't remember that." And then he looks puzzled now, like, "Wait, which was it? Did he let you?" I mean, Govek says a lot of stupid shit when he's drunk.
Well, he said you'd come stay with us or stay with me. I said, all right. And he said, you're more than welcome to visit. So here
Snoddlers
we
does
are.
remember that.
What ship do you guys work on? I don't recognize any of you.
Yeah, we don't fly under any particular banner.
No, you're unaffiliated. How did Govek know you then? He's been a sea prince for. I think he was born a sea prince.
We punched him in a ball.
Well, that's sad. Oh, come on in then. That's how he meets all of his friends.
As soon as I come, get any fucking food around here?
Yeah, I suppose we could whip something up. Yeah, go on into the kitchen. First door on the left. Don't go anywhere else, and I can go wake Govek for you.
Sure. You don't have to wake him. I mean, food would be great.
No. So yeah, he kind of like ushers you into the room to the left. There's another guard guy sitting in there. He's sitting at the table and he's eating breakfast. He's got some eggs and looks like some sort of like shitty omelet with a beer.
Snoddlers is concerned about you waking the very large, scary men.
Huh?
Don't worry about go back.
It's a
If
fucking.
Go back only received a couple hours of sleep, Snoddlers is kind of worried.
Only one that
Hey,
should be
mate.
worried is this guy here, because I'm about to take his breakfast.
So this guy, as he sees you guys come in, and first he nods, and then you say that, and he just looks puzzled, like, "What the fuck, dude?" And then a couple minutes goes by, and a little goblin comes in the other door, and he's like, "So do you gentlemen need something to eat, or something to drink, possibly?"
Yes, and yes.
Snoddlers would like both.
Oh,
Go get me some food.
Sure, right away. We have some fresh Havana juice, and we have some venison that was shot from these little pygmy deer that they have out here. Cute little things.
Yes.
Okay, I'm right on it. Or would you like something
Do
stronger?
you have any beer?
Yeah.
And wait, what was that? I've had that juice.
Harana juice. It's like a fruit. It's really sweet. I don't know if it's your type of thing, but us goblin folk like it.
Sure. Just pull up the table and eye the guy's food that's sitting there.
Looking for a booster seat. So he's like, okay, coming right up. And you see him kind of like scurry off into another room. So you guys kind of sit there, and the other guard comes in, and he's like, hi, Govek will be in a minute. He wasn't real happy that I woke him, but I told him that his friends were here.
Snoddlers said that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I just want to lean over at Boston and say to him, what are we going to talk to Govek about?
I don't know how the rest of his night went.
The guard speaks up. He goes, I heard his night was pretty good. He got into a fight. He won some money.
Hey, I got in a fight with him and he won my money.
Oh, you're that guy. He said you could really throw a punch.
Hey, I've been known to knock a teeth out or two. And I yell to the as loud as I can to make sure he has a plate for Govek. To the goblin.
A couple minutes later, he finally comes back out, and he gives everybody a couple plates, and you got these nice little, kind of like wooden cups, like nicely like shaved down little smooth wooden cups of this juice, and he's got a couple little cups of ale. And he looks pretty put together. Even like the goblin himself, he seems to take pride in bringing the breakfast tray out to you guys.
I just nudge my fat ass right in front of this guy, start eating at the table.
He just kind of backs up and he just like shakes his head. He's like, friend of Govek's, makes sense.
Yuri has no manners.
Snoddlers noticed. Even though Snoddlers doesn't even know what manners were until he came up here.
The guy next to you now, there's the other guard. He looks over and goes, who's this Snoddlers you keep talking about?
Snoddlers is Snoddlers. What do you mean?
Snoddlers is Snoddlers. What are you, bonkers?
No, Snoddlers.
Oh, you're Snoddlers. Oh, yeah. Weird.
No, it's quite a common name.
Is that this guy talking, or
this other guy that's next to Snoddlers?
Oh, this guy over here?
So, as you guys are kind of like all just making small talk, and you hear like the loud footsteps of Govek coming down the hallway, and he enters the room, and he's like, my friends! Oh, there he is! Javi! And he kind of like rushes over and like gives you a big like high five, Javi. I mean Yuri.
Javi, Yuri.
Hey, Javi, I didn't catch your friend's name. Here, you, the guy that can punch like a motherfucker.
You don't remember?
I don't remember anything from last night.
Oh man, it was a good time.
Govek's the name, and he reintroduces himself again.
My name's Boston.
Yeah, I remember him though. When he points over to Snoddlers, the little guy who tried to slap my balls.
I start chuckling.
I'm eating and just nod my head.
Mighty fine fucking gig you got here.
Yeah, you guys want the tour or what?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Mary, go fetch my walking slippers. He yells over to the goblin. He's like, right away, sir. He goes off. Yeah, well, when my house servant comes back, we'll go take a little walk, and I'll show you the operation here.
Damn, nice. How was the rest of your night? You were pretty lit.
I don't remember. So it must have been a good time. Blah! So he
Damn, you all right, Yuri?
Govak has even less manners than Yuri, so like he looks over and he sees like the juice all over Yuri's beard and shit, and then Yuri, you look up and you see like Govak. He grabs the cup from like the other guy at the table and he starts drinking his beer, and it's just like all over his face, and he's just like, oh, and he just uses the beer to like kind of wash his face off.
I just wink at him, smile.
Fucking dwarves.
Grr.
Fucking Javi.
Yeah, like another minute or so goes by, and the little goblin comes back. It's like, sir, right away. Here's your slippers. And then you see like he's got these massive feet, and he's like holds his foot up in the air. So the goblin, he's like trying to like reach up, and he's like, here you go. He like tries to put it on
God
his
damn,
foot.
Yuri, you got to get one of those. As I point over to the goblin as he's putting slippers on fucking Govak.
Snoddlers is death glaring Yuri.
Well,
I look over or see that and I just chuckle.
let's go, boys. Come on.
Hell yeah.
You guys, we're gonna be right back. And he says to the other two guards, and they're just like, yeah, whatever, go back. So he brings you guys around the rest of the little facility here. He brings you out into down the hallway. Let me open this thing up. It kind of shows you the tour of this little house, and he brings you into the back room here. There's like nice little sitting room. There's you pass a couple different guards, a couple workers. One guy, he looks like straight up like a farmer. You can tell he's been working in the fields. He knows all about crops and things like that. He's kind of telling some of the goblins what to do. And as you guys go into like the preparation room, you see all these racks of dried nightshade where they process it, and they cut it, and they clean it and put it in these large crates where they ship it out all around the region.
Hey, this is one hell of a gig you got there.
And then the whole time that you guys are doing that, you see all these like goblins just kind of like running around, and they all seem to be like doing their job rather well. And Vossen, you actually kind of think like they might actually be doing a better job than Pinkerton does.
Jesus. Maybe it's the nightshade. They should give fucking Pinkerton some nightshade.
So Govak's like, this is some pretty powerful stuff. I won't mess with it. We sell it for a pretty good penny, especially in poison making.
Oh shit. Where do you sell it out of? I mean, there's a lot of this.
Business is good.
Yeah.
Powerful how? Potent?
Oh yeah, very potent. With enough of this stuff, it put down a grown man. Maybe not a man my size, but like maybe your size. And he points over to Vossen.
Most likely.
But just a little bit of this, and it gives a nice buzz. But I don't really fuck with this stuff because I like to be in control of my brain, if you know what I mean.
I agree. As much loose control as I would go is tipping back the ale.
I'm like looking them both over confused because it doesn't match what they've did every other time I've seen them.
Speaking of drinks, you guys want some drinks? Want to go to the bar or what? How about I buy you drinks?
I'm all fed. Let's do this.
Snoddlers needs to lay off until a little bit later.
We got plenty of time to the meeting tonight, right?
Well, I figured, we pregame it before the meeting, and then we'll go and see what the butcher has to say, and then we get the fuck out of here. I would go back out on the sea where we belong, right?
Hell yeah.
Right.
Too much of this dry land under my feet. Dark.
I need
Well,
some of
yes.
this nightshade.
Oh, whoa. First rule is you never get high on your own supply.
That's true. I have that problem.
Oh? I thought you didn't do any of the illicit stuff like this.
Yeah, you're right. I was thinking of a different time.
Oh, you have a past too, huh? Me too. I can tell you some stories about some things I did when I was younger. You know, some of them involved. We won't go there. Never mind. You don't want to hear about some of these things.
Maybe some other time.
Snoddler's putting up the circle with the finger thing again.
Yeah. He just kind of waves his hand over. You're like, we won't talk about it. Anyway, let's go get some drinks, boys.
Snoddlers is still
Indeed.
nursing a massive hangover. Do you think if I could just sit in your sitting room for like a little bit, and then I'll meet you down there?
Yeah, sure. You know where the place is.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Govak's kind of like puts Vasid and Yuri like under his arms. He's like walking you out like it's gonna be another long day of drinking.
Yeah, boys. I just look over at Yuri and nod my head. Let's hope I can hold it down today.
So yeah, everybody like I'm assuming you guys besides Snoddlers kind of make your way towards the door, and the Goblin Mayor he comes and checks on Snoddlers and he's like, "Did you need anything, sir? Another beverage or breakfast burrito?"
Snoddlers needs like a big thing of water. Does it come in pints?
Water? We do have water here. It comes in all sizes.
Do you have anything that comes in pints?
Sure, yes.
That's not alcoholic?
No, we have water. It comes from the sky. Sky water.
Okay. Well, that's weird. But Snoddlers would like your biggest water.
Sure, coming right up, sir. And he turns around and heads off.
So, I want to approach the farmer, but do so as non-threatening as possible. Hoping that he at least saw that we were with Govak.
Yeah, I mean, anybody that's in here, he's probably not too threatened by you.
Yeah. So, I walk up to him, excuse me, and I like pull out my book and I have the pen appear. I says, Snoddlers saw all of the goblin's hands. Is the nightshade hard to harvest? Snoddlers is confused. Like, do you not have magical or faster ways to collect this?
Oh, that's fancy pen you got there. But I'll tell you what. Harvesting nightshade is no work for magic. It takes nimble little fingers to get in there and pull the plant off the thorns, and that's why their hands get all cut up. But I don't know a whole lot of magic, but I suppose if some sort of wizard or magician came out here and said that he could harvest all this without using them little goblin sons of bitches, I'm sure we could. I could use that guy's help.
Snoddlers thinks that'd be possible. Can I roll an Arcana to really think if like I thought Mage Hand or something else could actually be done?
Yeah, sure.
As doing that.
Yeah, and I think you could think that that would totally be feasible to have Mage Hand.
Just something like nimble, dexterous.
Yeah.
Snoddlers thinks that a team of relatively new wizards or sorcerers could even do this without a single poke.
Well, that there does sound pretty interesting. I know that some of the sea princes are wizards. I haven't seen too many of them around here, but some of the boys, they say they stay up on their ships. They're not really into the drinking party lifestyle like some of these guys are, but
Nautilus understands as I like hold my head. So after they picked, they all just come in here and dry?
yeah, we dry them out, and we have a couple guards in here just in case somebody were trying to come in here and sample some of the goods. But
Of course, Nautilus knows you need the protection. But do you do anything beyond drying? Like, is it necessary to?
no, they just have to be cleaned. They have to be stripped down. So he said, "Here, let me show you, boy." And he,
Snoddlers, it's getting like very noticeably excited about learning something about, the sun world.
let me teach you how to be a drug dealer. so he brings you in there, and he has you watch some of these like goblins, and they're taking the leaves and they're like stripping these fibers out of the leaves. He says, see this part right here? You don't want to have this in the product because this will kill you. We take some of these fibers here and we use these for the poisons. But these other parts, the leaves here, these are what we dry out, and this is the stuff that you can make some of that wacky tobacco, if you know what I'm saying.
Can I roll intelligence to try to actually capture as much of this down? Because I can guarantee you I won't remember this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, good enough.
So I mean, you get most of it. He starts like explaining this stuff in his in his drug dealing terms. And
bad accent.
Bad accent. As you're like scribbling this all down, and you're like, I see precisely. So that's pretty much the gist of it. It's a pretty simple thing to do, but it's work for some small mans like yourselves. Let me see those tiny little fingers.
Snoddlers like holds them up, like showing off his little sausages, like he's excited and doesn't understand.
Hey, do you want a job?
Snoddlers has a job, and I'm like super proud. I'm like, I drive the ship.
Oh! They let you drive the ship? Crazy. The goblins here, they don't let them do shit.
Yeah, Snoddlers drove.
That's impressive. I never really spent a whole lot of time at the sea myself, but I stay here year-round, tend to the crops, and I make a good living. I stay up and caretake the house when the butcher and his boys aren't in the area.
So, you have a very big field, right? Like, do you germinate and plant and seed your own crop as well?
No, the only thing that we have to worry about around here are those damn monkeys. But most of them, they stay out of the nightshade because they don't want to get the thorns in their little monkey paws.
So you can't train the monkeys.
Well, if I could train some of these monkeys to do the work for me, that's actually a pretty good idea.
I think there's another group of people that specialize in speaking to animals. Maybe that might be another solution.
Monkey trainers. Got to find me one of them.
So, would you be willing to show Snoddlers the crop just for a second, and then I can be on my way after I've had my water?
Sure.
I'd like to understand. I'd like to understand the plant.
So he brings you over to the plant. He goes, here. If you want, you can have a little free sample of some of these goods. As he picks off some of the dried stuff, and he's like, so just a little bit of this, and you can smoke this, and grind it up real fine, and you could even probably eat it, and you get a nice little buzz. And then he pulls out some of the fiber stuff that is in a different pile. He's like, you could take some of this, and if you know somebody that knows how to make some potions or something, they can make a mighty fine poison out of this. You put this on one of your arrows or some weapons, and you can do some extra damage.
Snoddlers isn't sure he knows anyone like that, but I'm sure he can find one.
Well, here you go.
So what am I calling this? Nightshade fiber and nightshade
leaf.
All right. Snoddlers is more interested in the raw plant as well. Like I this is great. Snoddlers would love to understand this better, but if I'm if Snoddlers is trying to come up with a solution and come back before the next meeting to help you,
Oh,
I think I need to see the plant.
well, right this way, my friend. That's a stellar idea.
I don't know why I keep saying my or I. I'm so upset with myself.
Come on, my new friend Snoddlers. Oh, by the way, the name's Willie.
Nice to meet you, Willie.
Uh,
Snoddlers.
Snoddlers. Willie T. Belson.
Oh, Jesus. I'm on a single computer. I don't have 2 monitors, and I don't have anything open, and I'm trying to do notes and add items, and I can't type all this. I hope someone else is getting it.
All right. So Willie brings you out to the field.
How much quantity, or how can I annotate the nightshade leaf and poison, just so that way it's usable and
Yeah, just mark it off as 1 ration each.
All right, and then you can tell me what a ration is later.
Yeah.
All right, so as we go back behind it, really, I want to do a nature check that I really want to like understand if this plant, if this plant has like leaves or flowers, or if I think I could cut a small, like basically like I want to see if I can't get my own. So I'm going to be trying to ask him and talk to him about it. I'm just prepping you so we can RP through it.
So wait, like are you trying to like sneakily take some of the plant, or just?
I don't know yet. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and roll a nature check.
I'm trying to have that item. Sorry. All right. Nature.
Okay, so judging by like what you see, the goblins in the field, like there's a couple of them that are out there actually like cutting and harvesting it, and you see like them reaching up underneath these vines that are like these tendrils are at the base, and they reach their hands up in and around the thorns, and they have a small knife, and they kind of like cut away from the thorns, and they like have to dissect the fibers that are kind of like stuck to the roots, and they pull it out and like very delicately, not to damage those fibers, and the whole plant comes out together as one complete plant where it's completely usable. So yeah, I think Snoddlers would know that, like, just from seeing that, like, in order to harvest it, you have to get down in underneath the little thorns, and to utilize the whole plant, you have to be able to cut it out, like, with kind of a precision cut.
Got it. So, I forgot this guy's name already.
It's Willie T. Belson.
Willie. So, Willie, do these plants create more through roots? Like, if you harvest the whole plant, how do they come back? How do you have more next time?
Oh, silly, that's the seeds in these things. We save the seeds, and we'll go and plant some more. But you got to be careful. You can't plant too many of these here, because they'll take over the whole side of your property.
So, does that mean that you just throw out extra?
I suppose I could give you some, as you seeing as you're such an interested fellow in the agricultural arts.
Well, Snoddler thinks that it would be beneficial, because then I could be practicing before I came here with ideas.
I could totally get you a couple of these here seeds.
Snoddlers would be greatly appreciated.
So he reaches actually into the plant, and he like moves some of the petals away and into the center of it, and he starts pulling out these long like narrow like spikes. They don't look like what you would think of as seeds, but more like these like these little like toothpicks sort of things. And see,
so basically, if I would have tried to thieve seeds, I would have grabbed the wrong thing.
Probably, yes.
Like, it doesn't look like a seed.
It doesn't look like a seed.
All right.
So he pulls these. He pulls out about half a dozen of these little spikes, and he's like, "Here you go. I really like these. Now, take these." They gotta be grown in a warm climate, so.
Snoddlers likes you too. You have given me so much information. Snoddlers doesn't know how to repay you other than to try to figure out how to help you.
Well, that would be
Snoddlers
plenty of
likes
payment.
helping.
Come on
Snoddlers
back.
likes helping.
Come on back in 2 months for the next harvest, and bring some of your little magical fingers.
2 months. Snoddlers might be able to do that.
Excellent.
New goal. We're coming back in 2 months, guys. Sorry. I hope we don't fuck this up.
So when you decide not to work on that ship and drive that ship anymore, you can come work with me. I'm sure we'll have to retrain the goblins. They don't last too long. They only last a season or two. Then they usually try to run away, and we got to put them down. But we'll get some more.
I don't know how I would react to that. We just got to put them out of their misery. Snoddlers doesn't understand, but Snoddlers understands.
Okay. Are you good, Snoddlers?
Snoddlers is fine. Snoddlers understands you have a job to do, so Snoddlers gets it.
All right, so I'm going to get back to work now and get back to picking.
Perfect.
And he yells at this other guy.
So Snoddlers actually takes a really deep bow and then, thank you.
Thank you,
You've
Mr.
helped
Snoddlers.
You've helped me more than anyone that Snoddlers has yet met.
Well, have a wonderful day.
Thank you. And Snoddlers closes his book with one hand, the quill disappears from the other, and he just starts walking back to the bar with a huge ass grin on his face, because this is probably the information he's collected from anyone ever.
Okay, so eventually I'm sure you guys all make your way back to the bar, unless there's something else that you guys want to do.
On the way down to the bar, I'm gonna look over at go back and be like, God damn, whose ship is that? Is that the butcher's?
Oh yeah, so you guys get out to the beach, and he points out and he's like, oh yeah, that's the butcher ship.
Jesus, that thing is insane. Have you ever been on it?
Oh, I've never been on the butcher ship. No, I sail with Captain Argent out of Seaton, but.
Oh, what about that hot fucking lady here?
Oh, Lady Joysword. Yeah, that's her ship over there. And he points out this large ship with these 3 massive masts on it. He's like, she's a fast one, but it's not all it's cracked up to be. Look at the Stone Angel over there. That's the ship that me and Captain Argent sail on. The Stone Angel, she's been through a lot. She can take a lot of beating. I don't know about that. The Silent Raider. Her ship is it's fast, but I think if it were in a fight, I don't think it's got what it takes. Where's your ship?
But like, eye over the bay, look for fucking my ship and like point.
But
Yeah, it's that one over there.
Are you actually pointing at the actual sea ghost?
Yeah.
Do it. Yeah.
Oh, that little one. That looks familiar.
Yeah, they all look the same almost.
Somebody I met back in Saltmarsh had a ship like that. I can't remember his name, but I'm sure it'll come to me. It always does.
Out in Seaton?
No, Saltmarsh. He was a
Saltmarsh?
Yeah, he was a smuggler. Is that a smuggler's ship?
Well, if I told you, I'd have to kill you.
That's a good one. Let's go get a drink.
Follow him and get a drink.
Okay, so Kolos and Hector and Vitoris, you guys were investigating down there. What were you guys doing after you investigated the caves? You went back to the ship?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Has my owl returned, or is it still looking?
I'm assuming it returned to you. Yeah, the island's pretty small, so it's the people up at the houses, and you can see the top of the caverns. Other than that, just a lot of jungle canopy, and then the bay.
Nothing on the like on the decks of any of the ships.
No, I mean the only things that would have seen is just the typical people out on the ships. No Argo, no anything that stands out, but a lot of deckhands and people just maintaining their ships.
Gotcha. Were our deckhands, seeing to our ship?
Yeah, everybody seemed to be working. Bob the Schlub was like, ordering people around, get things done. You guys get back to your ship eventually, and the three crewmen that had taken a little extra shore leave, they're back aboard. Their clothes are all wet, and they're out they're already swabbing the deck, and they know they're going to be punished, so they're doing all the shit work.
Yep. Been there, done that. Got a t-shirt. When my owl comes back, I'll let both of them know that he did not find Argo.
Junk. We'll find... Is Bobby up on top deck?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I'm going to go over to talk to Bobby. I don't want to yell, but kind of hush, ask him if Argyle's come back yet or not.
So he looks over and he just gives no, he hasn't been back. I don't know. I got a bad feeling about this. I wonder. Hope he didn't get hurt. Hope he didn't get made. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll have to deal with that when it arises, I suppose.
And I haven't seen the rest of the officers. I haven't seen Vassen or anybody either. So I don't know what they're doing. They may have been lost too.
They were spending the night up in the village. So they should be back later. Hopefully. Batoris, do you remember the name of the guy that we took this ship over from?
Sam Belay? Or was it? No, that was the guy we were just looking for.
Go ahead and make a history check.
History. It's in my notes somewhere.
Snoddlers likes history.
Yeah, you remember it was Sam Belay. He was the smuggler that was bringing black market goods in and out of Saltmarsh until.
I thought he was the convict we were looking for.
No, that was I forget that guy's name. That guy came from Aramore or from Liara. He was.
Oh yeah, I think
he was like a murderer and rapist.
I forgot his name, and I guess for whatever reason I attached Sam Belay to his name. So yeah, Sam Belay was who once upon a time owned the ship.
Gotcha. Perfect. We might have to Yeah, I don't know.
You might have to. You gonna finish this thought? Place raids.
Well, we might have to fess up to killing him because, not have to, but it might be the play because I don't know, a whole lot of stuff going on inside my head. I'll figure it out later as we go.
Confusing place, your head.
Yeah, it is. Really wish I had more sleep last night.
Why didn't you sleep well?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because we're in the middle of a fucking pirate cove surrounded by people who would probably want to kill us if they found out who we actually were.
That's why you don't tell them.
Yeah. It's kind of a last resort. You have any idea how to come up with a backstory for how we got this ship? Because I'm fresh out of ideas. So we bought it.
Nah. We stole it from Seaton.
Works for me.
They'd captured it. We stole it. We got no idea who owned it beforehand.
That's what we'll roll with. We probably should come up with a name for it too, but I think we already called it the Ghost. So
Is it not written anywhere on the boat that it's the Sea Ghost?
Nope.
I mean, that's what he called it. We could change the name. But we could also, if we get back to Seaton, maybe we could change it up a little bit so it's not as obvious.
yeah,
Might cost some monies.
I kind of wish we thought about that before we sailed into a harbor full of people who might recognize it. But
Well, hindsight's 20/20.
nobody's perfect. Yeah, I don't have a ton to do.
Maybe get that flag made. You guys have been talking about for like a couple months now.
Yeah.
You guys have a pink flag.
Well, I meant the one with the Traveler's Crest.
Oh.
Like it's been brought up a few sessions, but nobody's had it actually made yet.
I know. Next time we go back.
Snoddlers would argue that that's a Merlot flag.
A Merlot flag.
It's pink currently, off red.
Made from Merlot. So what do you? So basically, all right. If you guys, what do you guys want to? Let's sum this up for the rest of the day. Unless there's anything like pertinent that you guys want to do for the rest of the day, before the meeting happens.
Well, shouldn't we be asking the crew members if they saw Argo?
I asked Bobby, but you could ask around again.
No, I meant like the 3 that were at the bar because we never asked them.
Good call. I forgot.
Yeah. Golos remembers.
Carlos could have asked him.
Well, yeah, Kolos is going. No, actually, Kolos can't ask him. I have no authority over these guys.
Yeah, you can still ask him.
Ah.
You're one of the officers. The travelers outrank the deckhands.
I guess. All right. I'll walk up to one of the deckhands that I saw in the bar. I'm assuming he's swabbing the deck still.
Yeah, and as you walk up to him, he looks like super nervous, like that you're actually like talking to him.
Awesome. So, when did you leave last night?
Well, sir, I don't know. It was a little while after you guys left, I guess.
You guys go with Argo?
No, I didn't see him. I talked to Bobby. He said that Argo had something to do. So, me and my friends, we just thought, we could go and have a few drinks and come right back. But
Didn't quite work out that way, huh?
no, not really. I mean, I know it probably wasn't smart, but we just kind of tried to sneak in and have a few drinks without you guys really noticing us, and hopefully you're not too mad. But we needed to blow off some steam. We've been doing nothing but sailing, and like we had a ship battle, and like Frank fell in the water, and he's like thought he was gonna die. So we figured, hey, maybe we'll go cheer him up and have some drinks. I don't know. I know that's really dumb of me to do that. And it's against the rules. We were trained better than that, but.
You don't have to explain yourself to me. I'm perfectly alright with you guys sneaking off to the bar. Not alright with you guys staying the night at the bar, but I'm not going to speak for Hector.
So is it okay if we do that again tonight?
No.
Oh. Just checking.
Like I said, I'm okay with it, but I'm not your captain. So I'm not going to speak for any of the other travelers.
Sure, gotcha.
Can I do an insight check to make sure, like, if I could tell if he was lying or if he was trying to hide something about Argo?
Go ahead. He seems pretty legit. He doesn't really know too much. He's just kind of a peon, so.
All right, carry on.
No, thank you, sir. And I'm glad we had this talk. You know, I feel a lot better about you. You're just a regular guy, aren't you?
Pretty much. I don't like to talk too much.
Okay, well, good. Thanks for you know, not yelling at me. I don't know if I can take it anymore.
Not the yelling type. And at that, I just turn around and walk away.
And he just looks puzzled and goes back to mopping.
I walk over to Hector and Vitoris and tell him that Argyle didn't leave with those guys.
This is troubling.
Do I know that Argyle had a thing with Joysword? Was I there? I can't remember.
I don't think so.
Nope.
I thought Boston
Nope.
told them when he came back.
No.
I don't think Vassen told all the
I
details
didn't
of the
tell-
conversation.
I just said the Lady Joysword situation. That's it.
And you said
I didn't tell any other information about any of the conversation.
Well, that's the information that we don't know if he knows is the fact that he used to work with Joysword, which I think you disclosed.
Yeah, to you.
I thought it was all of us in the room, and then I said,
No.
"I'm gonna."
I don't believe
Oh.
so. Well, may have been.
Anyone else?
I couldn't remember earlier, so I have no idea.
All right. Well, I know, so I will disclose right now to you two that he once upon a time worked with Joysword. She's a friend. He might do something stupid.
And here I was worrying that was going to be you, looking at Vitoris.
I'm not looking to get myself or all of us killed. Just her.
Good to know.
But he poses an issue.
Yeah.
How far away are the boats? I'm assuming we're standing up on deck.
Yeah, I mean, all the boats are, I don't know, probably a good, 200 feet away. They're all cramped. I mean, this is a small bay, but it's, the ships aren't enough to be on top of each other, so.
Can I look around and see if I notice the silent, or at least the name Silent Raider? I don't have a description of the ship, but I know that that's her ship.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check to see what you can see out there.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, you look out and you definitely don't see the name Silent Raider on any ship. For as far as you could tell, it could be the ship that's right next to your ship.
Hector, you still have your owl familiar?
Yeah, I think I have him for another couple of hours.
Why don't you send him out and see if you can find that ship? And see if you can see anything going on through a porthole or something.
Sure. I'll send him out, see if he can find the... I can't read. I'll just sit down, find a nice spot, up against the railing, with my back to the railing, sit down and pilot my owl for a second. For a couple minutes. Take a couple laps around the... around the bay. See if I can't find... We saw the poster, right? You showed us the poster?
Yeah, I showed everyone the poster.
Yeah,
See if I can find her, or see if I can't find or Argyle, or see if I can't find a ship named
Silent Raider.
Silent Raider. Looking for any of those things.
Okay. Yeah, so your owl goes out and flies around for a little bit. We'll come back to that.
All right.
Owls can read?
I can read and I'm piloting him. That's what I said.
Right?
I was like, oh, they probably can't read. Let me just look through his eyes real quick.
You don't teach your owls to read?
He's not here long enough.
Do they read Owlfish?
Wow. All right, yeah. So like an hour goes by. Your owl has done a couple laps around. He's kind of flown over all the areas that he could visually see. It's no visual of Lady Joysword or Argyle or anything. You don't see anything that says the Silent Raider, any of the ships.
Yeah, it's probably going to be like our ship. It's going to be a sort of a smaller, well, small compared to the fucking Black Death ship over there.
Everything's small compared to the Blood Sail.
All right, that's all I've got.
Yeah, I'm good.
I want to see if I can get like a hour-long meditation before tonight, but that's about it.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything before we fast travel to nighttime?
Nope.
No, I don't. I can't think of anything.
Okay. So did you guys stay in the bar for most of the day?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So anybody that was drinking, go ahead and make some Constitution checks.
Snoddlers would like to make a performance and/or persuasion check to not drink against being forced to.
Yeah. Make a performance check. Nice.
With his -1.
Yeah. So now they're just sitting there the whole night, like with an empty cup. He's just like, oh, I'm getting cocked. And
I feel like as a sip I would.
yeah, and then the rest of you guys, Vasen and Yuri, like you've become like good drinking buddies at this point. So pre-gaming all day, you got a really nice buzz going on, but you're still able to fulfill your duties and stuff. So, yeah, nighttime sits in. As the moon starts rising up, it's probably a good like 11 o'clock or so, 11:30. It's approaching midnight as you guys are all getting ready for the inevitable meeting at the full moon on at midnight. So what do you guys want to do?
I want to talk to Bobby and tell him he's provisionally in charge till we get back. Make sure everything's ready to go because we might have to leave quick, fast, and in a hurry if everything goes south. Hopefully everything goes fine. We'll probably stay here another night, but just in case, make sure nobody leaves the ship tonight.
Yes, sir. I mean, I wouldn't think about leaving anyway without Mr. Snoddlers. He was kind of our good luck charm sailing through that dangerous area.
Yeah, we'll get him back.
Do my ears burn?
Oh yeah, you're totally as you're sitting there sipping your empty cup.
Looking around like someone talking about me.
Oh, and by the way, Argyle doesn't come back.
Yeah, I sort of assumed. But yeah, make sure no one leaves because if we have to leave without them, they might just get left. So make sure everyone stays on board tonight.
Not to mention, I would think they would know where we are. Why would you want to go drink with them?
Everybody's accounted for, sir. Making sure that nothing's going to happen on my watch.
All right.
I feel like there's going to be a narrator statement here when we get back.
Yeah, and we'll just take the rowboat probably back over to the docks.
Did we take the rowboat? Or did we swim back?
They had swam, so I just assumed we took the rowboat.
Yeah, they were wet, so they swam their asses back. So.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Well, I didn't know if when we came back to the boat, if we swam or if we took our rowboat.
I'm assuming you guys would have took the rowboat.
All right. Back to shore.
Yeah, so as you guys get to the shore, you see a lot of people now starting to congregate outside the Dapper Swallow Inn, and a lot of them are talking about heading down to the cavern. You see a whole bunch of them with torches in their hands, some of them with lanterns. And there's about like 60 or so people that are going to the meeting. They all look like they're not just the regular Bobby the Schlub types. These are kind of all hard-nosed, pirate-looking guys, officers of all the ships and stuff. So
Not deckhands.
not deckhands.
Do we notice Vossen and them in the crowd?
Yeah. So like out of the bar comes Govak with his drinking buddies, Yuri, Snoddlers, and Vossen.
I'm gonna try to hang out behind Hector. Hopefully he's taller than me.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty huge crowd, so without even having to roll anything, you're just kind of duck out of the way. You guys kind of see Govak and party coming out. Are you guys going to meet up, or are you just going to all head down there individually, or what are you going to do?
I would think it'd be best to stay the way we are.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't want to get the Taurus next to Govak, so probably keep split up.
All right, so the group kind of all files down the trail into the jungle. The lantern or the torches are all lit up along this trail, and as you guys get back to the cavern, it's well lit. Most of the people, Govak and Vossen, Yuri, Snoddlers, are kind of near the front of this group as you kind of funnel in to the mouth of the cavern. Are you Vossen, Snoddlers, Yuri? Are you guys sticking with Govak or?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay up
Think we
around
should-
there. I'm not gonna like stand in front, but I'll stand up near there.
Okay.
I think we should stick next to Govak.
Okay. So yeah, because Govak, he's a Goliath. So he's like almost 8 feet tall. This guy is huge. He's like 7 foot something, like 300 pounds. He's this big, mean looking guy. So he just kind of like walks, straight to the front of like this kind of auditorium. It's like a bowl shaped thing. There's almost like a raised rock in the back where you can kind of see like this looks like a concert hall. And so Govak kind of goes out to the front. Vitoris, Hector, and Kolos. So what are you guys doing as you kind of funnel in towards the back of this big group?
I'd say stay towards the back. Maybe near one of the sides. Unless you guys got another idea.
No, this is basically just try and not draw attention to ourselves and hang out and see what's up.
Yep, blend in.
As best we can.
Okay. Yeah. So as you guys all start filing into this massive cavern, up on the front of the, okay, so we'll call it the back. We'll call it the front, I guess, right? The front of like where the stage area would be, right? You see this massive figure standing on the stage. He's got an eye patch and this red bandana. He's like, this like super muscular dude. He's got a shield on his back. And he stands with his arms crossed in front of him at this like wide open stance. He's got this mean look on his face. I guess you could all kind of assume that this has got to be the butcher. Everybody starts filing in. There's a lot of talking and commotion going on. A lot of joking. After like a good 10-15 minutes or so, everybody seems to kind of settle down a little bit, and you hear the butcher standing on the stage. He speaks up, and like in this like loud like bellowing voice. Not only that the acoustics of this room are like really well, but like he's got this like commanding presence to him. So he's just like, My comrades, welcome all. It's good to see you, and it's good to see that our numbers are growing, as growing as well as our purses are. Ha ha! I'm sure you are all aware of what's going on, and perhaps you've even seen it for yourselves. These ravenous creatures from the depths of the sea attacking our ships, merchants, and even the King's Navy alike. I have brought all of you here to put aside our politics. It's time for our brothers to step into the light. The Sea Princes, the Reapers, and the various hundreds of others of unaffiliated privateers, we shall all join together to fight these terrors. Let us all sail under the bannership of the Guardians. Together, as Guardians, we will protect the seas from all enemies, including the navies of the kings. I will lead us to victory and be the true power between Faerun and Cordova. Pledge your allegiance to me, the Guardian King. And he raises his hands up, and you hear everybody yeah! Everybody starts cheering. You Govak standing in the front, and he's just fist pumping. So he puts his arms up, and he's like, settle down. My Guardian founders shall take up positions of power throughout the cities near the seas. Captain Argent shall guard Seaton, and he kind of points over to the front of the group. Shiv, Seamus, and the Reapers shall guard the Frigid Sea and territories of the north. And he kind of points over, and you see this large green dragonborn standing there, and this other really large guy. He's got no shirt on. He's just kind of a really overweight guy. He's got long hair and a big beard, two large daggers that are on both of his sides of his hips, and says, Lady Joysword shall guard Carrington. And he points over, and this is the first time you all kind of looking down at this bowl. She's at the front of this group, is Lady Joysword. And this is the first time that anybody, or any of you guys, have really seen her.
Bitch. I don't say that out loud. I say it a little bit under my breath.
What a bitch. And
I don't want to ruin your thing, but Argent's in charge of Seaton, Joysword's in charge of Carrington. I'm trying to write all this down.
yeah. No, you're good. So I just put it on the map. So this is a picture. I didn't have a picture. I only have a token of her. This is what she looks like.
Oh, hell
Damn,
yeah.
dog. I look at Yuri and say that exact word. And I'm assuming he does the exact same back.
Oh, hell yeah.
So he says, Lady Joysword shall guard Carrington. Govak, I have heard good things about you. And he points over at Govak, and he's like, yeah! I grant you captain of the Hangman's Curse. She's a good ship and will treat you well. You, my friend, are to guard Saltmarsh, the small town. It's on the verge of becoming something bigger. Force the king's influence out of Saltmarsh. And you see Govak I will do this for you, my king. All ships must surrender to the Guardians. Hear me now. We must commandeer more of the Keeland warships. Do not sink them. Take them. They are to be ours to add to our fleet. All non-affiliated privateers must be made to join the Guardians. Anyone who does not comply with this mandate must be ended. And then again, all the pirates, they all start cheering. Remember, recruit new members. Any pirates must be made to join the Guardians. Tell them, go ahead, wave the flag of the Guardians. And then he reaches behind him and he pulls out from behind a rock this large flag, and it's this red flag with a big black skull centered in the middle of it, and there's a dagger that's stabbed right through the top of the skull. Now go forth. Let us show the realm Who owns the sea? And again, everybody starts like cheering, and like the sound is like is super loud in here. And at that point, you guys kind of all have your fixed gaze at one eye kind of on Joysword, and you happen to look over, and she's leaned over talking to somebody, and it's Argyle, like whispering something into her ear. And at that point, all these people start turning around and heading out of the cavern, back into the jungle. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna get lost in the crowd and start walking out. Also,
Yep.
Did we see Argyle whispering in her ear? We saw that?
Yeah, I'm assuming all of you did, because as soon as you heard the name Joysword, you kind of all like perked up and drew your attention to her. I mean, maybe Snoddlers might not have seen it just because of his like really slight stature. Even Snoddlers saw this. He's kind of like standing up on his tippy toes. So yeah.
That was actually for me to figure out if I saw them walk out.
Yeah. So you guys all see. You guys kind of, because she's in the front, you guys all kind of like turn around and start kind of like funneling out together as this massive group. And Govak looks over to his friends Vasen and Javi and Snoddlers, and he's like, "No, did you hear that? I'm a captain now. Drinks on me, boys."
Yuri just
Snoddler's face noticeably is unhappy at the sound of getting drinks on him.
I'll just tell Snoddlers I'll drink his share if he wants.
All of those would enjoy that.
So Argent's in charge of Seaton, Joysword's in charge of Carrington, Govak is in charge of Saltmarsh. Who did I miss?
The Reapers. There's two guys. Their names were Shiv, he's the Dragonborn, and Seamus the Black. They are the Dragonborn and the big fat guy that were in charge of the Frigid Sea, the territories of the north. Yeah, so everybody starts kind of like heading out. You see a lot of people like on the trail. So some of them are going back up to the house, and a few of them, are kind of going out into their ships, and a lot of people are just like funneling into the bar. What are you guys all doing?
Excellent question.
The way I see it is you're kind of all like going with the flow at this point, like back down towards the beach. There's this huge mob of 60 or so pirates are all just like pumped right now.
Snoddlers is visibly excited about everything, but also very unsure what to do but follow everyone.
Did they hand out flags?
No, he showed you what the flag looks like. That's it. He doesn't have that kind of resources to make a bunch of flags.
He said everyone's got to fly it. You're not going to supply it?
You got to make your own damn flag.
There's going to be a lot of shitty looking flags.
Yeah, there is.
I want to see if I can see if Joysword's heading down to the bar or the house.
Okay, yeah. So you guys can all make a perception roll. Since you're all kind of following, locking eyes on her. Wow.
I'm looking. I want to see where Argyle's going.
Okay.
I'm following free drinks.
He's just like.
Well, I'm going towards the drinks, but I want to keep an eye out for Argyle.
Okay, so really the only person that really spots, definitely not Yuri, is Vasen. Vasen, you kind of like lock eyes, and you see that both Joysword and Argyle are walking at a pretty fast pace, and they got about like 6 or 8 people with them, and they're making their way to the docks as they get in like a very large rowboat and start making their way into the bay.
I'm gonna like slow down my walk, so like kind of lag behind and till everyone starts going into the bar. See where everyone's going. I mean, I guess there's gonna be a crowd going to their boats and shit, right?
Yeah, like I said, a lot of people are going to their boats, and then a lot of people are going to the bar. Like Govak is just like drinks, 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 and he like leads the pack right up into the bar, and he's just like, drinks on me. So you guys kind of like, or at least Vossen kind of like slows down and kind of like leaves him a little bit nonchalantly.
Yeah, as soon as Govak goes in the bar, I look over and look for Hector.
Yeah, I'd be bringing up the rear somewhere behind Voss and the other group.
Yeah, and I'm sure you kind of all find yourself like in the crowd and kind of like, again, kind of like nonchalantly like filter your way to the edge of the crowd and kind of all meet up.
Like nod my head over towards the Silent Raider and like physically show him the boat because I know which one it was, and I tell him Argyle went on that ship with Joysword.
I saw him whispering. How has everyone already filtered into the bar and we're just kind of like out on the deck?
No,
I figured we're
it's,
down.
Yeah, it's kind of like all happening at once. You guys are kind of like all filtering and like nodding to each other and like oh yo, like she's over there.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people still kind of like walking everywhere. There's a lot of commotion going on. Is like you can feel the electricity in the air after the butcher with his speech, and everybody's kind of pumped about this new alliance of pirates that are gonna pretty much try to take over the sea. But so like nobody really notices, and you guys were kind of like, I mean, able to talk for the most part freely about whatever you want.
Yeah. So I was just saying, those exact things with not making it conspicuous because obviously everyone's around talking. So I'm just speaking, so it doesn't look like I'm over there trying to whisper to them and keep it like hidden secrets away from everybody.
Well, this is not good.
Why?
Is Argyle, did you send him to spy? Or is he about to fuck us right over? No lube.
Why would he fuck us over? We did nothing to him.
Because he was with her.
They were old shipmates.
And he's totally not going to tell her anything about the fact that we are not supposed to be here at all.
What? I don't understand what you're concerned about.
You don't, are you just that drunk already before you even walk into the bar? He's been with us for how long? And he has now switched sides. And you don't see any issue with that at all. None.
No, he's
cool.
I don't understand. He doesn't. I don't think you know. I mean, did you have a conversation with him? Because he wasn't at the meeting.
He wasn't.
So how would he know anything?
What meeting?
Before we got off the boat. Why we were here.
Why wouldn't he know why we were here?
Well, what did you tell him?
Oh, I told him I'm going to kill her.
Oh, so you told Argyle that you're going to kill his friend. Yeah, and now I get why you think she's going to find out, because other than that, he would just know we're here to find out what's going on with the pirates. Why would he rat us out? We're doing nothing to him and want nothing of anything.
If he joins the pirates, we are against him.
Snoddlers is confused why you told him before you told us.
Because he had information on her. And this was how long ago was it in game? This was before we were heading here, I think.
It was a couple weeks ago.
I think we were. I don't remember where we were going, but it was before we were headed here.
To put your mind
Oh,
at ease,
confused.
Say
to
what?
put your mind at ease, Taurus. If he had told her anything, we would be dead right now.
True.
Not saying he didn't flip, but there's
Still
a good
doesn't
chance
look.
he hasn't
Still
said
doesn't
anything.
look good that he said not a word to anyone, and now he's on a different boat.
So we'll
He
wait to
knows.
see if he
He
comes
knows
back.
where. He knows where our headquarters is.
Yeah.
He knows the description of our ship.
Okay. I trust him.
That's one person. I
It's
do
not
not.
a think worst case scenario. We just give up the Taurus and we find someone else. It should be no big deal.
I suggest not walking near the edge of the boat. It don't matter. You can fly.
Snoddlers can fly.
You might get wet though.
Well, either way. So what's the plan then? So I'm about to go in here and start drinking. So if you have any other ideas, then I would be glad to hear them.
I think we need to leave here soon. Obviously not. It's nighttime. Yeah, it's the middle of the
Oh
night.
yeah,
So
it's midnight.
It'd be pretty suicidal to try to leave
well, I
right
know
now.
that, but I think in the morning we need to leave.
Argyle or no Argyle?
Argo or no Argo.
Alright.
The
All
longer
right, see you later.
later.
I'm going to go back to the ship and I'm going to stand on deck and just wait.
Boston, before you take off.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Hey, see what you can find out what their plan is for the Sahaugen. That's why we. That was
Did you not hear the meeting? Or
Yeah, yeah.
was I the only one standing there? Because they're protecting the sea against all enemies.
Yeah.
I would assume if they're being attacked by the Sahaugen, that's why they're gathering.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they don't like the king either, but who does?
Yeah, I need like details of how. Like, are they just gonna like wait to be attacked and fight them back, or is there a plan to go after them at some point? That's all I care about, really. They were sort of big on the how.
Yeah, I don't know how many. I don't know many pirates, but I don't think that they're gonna look for trouble. They're just gonna sneak around and do their business.
Yeah, that's not real helpful for.
Yeah.
The big
I'll ask. I'll see what I can see. You know,
Yeah, see if you can get some people riled up. I'm gonna head
go
back.
back isn't very. You know, you get a couple drinks in him. You never know what comes out of the guy's mouth.
All right, cool. You work him over. I'm gonna head back to our ship in case anything happens with it. And actually, is there a ton of people around, or just not so much?
It's getting less and less. You know, most people are finding a destination as you guys are kind of sitting here talking about this.
I'm gonna. Why can't I see the? Oh, it's okay. If I can cast a spell on Boston without being noticed, or is it like we're two in the open?
I mean, you're definitely in the open, but most people are walking, you know, around you and away from you, so it's a pretty good chance that you might not be seen casting a spell.
Gotcha. I'm just gonna hit him with enhance ability, and hopefully that goes unnoticed.
Yeah, make a stealth check then,
Sure.
with advantage.
19.
Thank God.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, that's what you got, and I'm gonna head off to the ship.
I will as well. And I can hear you, but I'll be back. I'm gonna go get me something to drink.
You're already in the bar getting drunk.
You're just over here making content. Yeah, I'm just gonna head towards the ship and keep an eye on Joysword. Vitoris and Kolos.
Sure.
Good luck. Find out what you can. Don't get dead.
I'm not too concerned.
All right.
Make one.
So Vasen's going to the bar. Yuri's already in the bar drinking. Snoddlers, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go on a limb and say his internet sucks.
Yeah. Kolos, what did you go back on the ship or did you follow to the bar?
Oh, I'm definitely going back to the ship. I'm going to stay on deck and try to watch and
That's
wait
right.
for Argyle to come back.
Okay.
If he comes back.
Okay. So how long are you planning on staying at the bar, Vasen? Till the sun comes
Not too long. Planning on eventually going back to the ship. Let's say about 11. I would go back to the ship.
Well, you got
12
there.
o'clock.
It's like 12:30 by the time you get to the bar.
Oh God, I would say about 2.
Okay. So you stay at the bar for like an hour or so, and it's like even more rowdy than the night before. Drinks are flowing, and there's music happening, and Govak is just throwing money everywhere. He's arm wrestling everybody. He's arm wrestling 2 people at a time. He's just like, oh, this is great, and he's like patting Javi on the back, like, you're my best friend, Javi. I love you, man. And
Yuri just yells out free drinks and holds his glass up.
Govak looks over at Voss and he's like, you want to fight somebody?
Sure.
So Govak just turns around to like the nearest person. He goes, hey, fuck face, and he just punches the dude in the face. And then like a big old like brawl just kind of like,
I just jump in and
it's just
slug the next guy.
It's just like a big old brawl. Everybody's like wrestling and doing dumb shit. Like Govak throws somebody, power bombs somebody through a table. The bartender is just like giving up. He's just sitting on the floor, and that's pretty much how like your whole hour goes. It's just really nothing productive happens. Just a lot of drinking.
That.
And Yuri's starting to get tanked now.
Starting to wind down a little bit.
On that natural ice.
Ooh.
So was Vasen.
So is Vasen. Yeah, like by 2:00 in the morning, you guys are both like shit faced, and you end up like leaving the bar with Govak, who's kind of like stumbling. He's like, I'm making back home. Good night, and he just falls over into the sand.
I think it's time we should go, Vasen.
Sure. You sure we know how to get there?
And Snoddlers, if he's with us.
Snoddlers? He think he's with us.
Yeah.
I lost kids, but I'm on my phone.
Okay. So are you guys going back to the ship, or are you guys going to back to the house?
I'm gonna like stumble around the beach area where all the boats are.
Okay.
I feel like we'll eventually make it back to the ship eventually.
So yeah, like an hour or 2 hours goes by, and Kolos, there's no sign of Argyle coming back to the ship, and actually, you guys start seeing, what's her name? Joysword's ship, the Silent Raider, takes off in the night.
Can I
That
tell you
bitch.
best I can from our ship?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
All good. I just want to study the Silent Raider, make sure I have like a real good visual for it.
Yeah, I'd say that you know, Kolos alerts you to the Silent Raider leaving. You guys kind of like definitely get a good look as it's lit up. It's got lanterns on. It's got lights on as it's running through the night and back and through the open, the sketchy way.
Let's, assuming we all made it back to the boat. Well, after that happened. Well, before that happened.
Probably like it was leaving while
Or
you
we
guys
saw
were,
it happening.
Yeah,
All right.
you guys were like in the bar probably when it was actually like leaving.
Okay. So then I wouldn't have seen it when I came out to the water.
No, it probably would have been gone by the time you came over to the water. But in the meantime, while Kolos is on the ship, while you were in the bar, he saw the ship and alerted Hector. So the two of them saw it leaving. And probably Vitoris as well, I would assume.
Absolutely.
I turn towards Hector and go, you sure you can get us out of here?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I love the confidence. El Capitan.
Because it was Argyle that was saying left and right and
Yeah,
steering
he-
us
he
around
was-
all the dangerous stuff,
He was
right?
helping Snoddlers, like stay out of
Yeah.
the shady sections.
Oh. In Snoddler's defense, he said he never actually navigated it before. So I think those were just his best guesses.
Yeah. So we should be able to get out of here, no problem.
Snoddlers have fly ready.
What's that?
Snoddlers will have fly ready. Says the guy steering the boat the second it starts to rumble like he hits something. I'm out of here later, bitches.
Yeah, right.
All right, so unless you guys want to do anything else at nighttime,
Negative.
Let's think we should leave with everyone
Back to
else.
the
That
boat
we
and
follow
get
them.
ready to go.
all right. So you guys make your way back to the ship. Then are you guys leaving at night, or you're spending the night and go in the daytime, or
I'm drunk. I'm going back down below and not even worrying about it.
collapsing?
I think it's the lowest Constitution save I've seen you make so far.
Yeah, I think we should probably leave in the morning.
First light.
Yeah. See if I can get.
I'm gonna double check, make sure all the crew is here.
It's a good idea, actually. I'll check in with Bobby, see what happened while we were out.
Yeah. So you guys check in with Bobby. He gives you the roll call. He says, "Yeah, everybody's accounted for, and everything's ready to go whenever you guys give the signal. Everybody that is except for Argyle."
Argyle, I do not believe will be joining us.
Huh.
First light.
Well, who's gonna take care of the ship when you guys are off doing adventures? So, am I getting the opportunity now? Am I first mate?
I just look at Captain Hector, shrug my shoulders a bit.
Snoddlers remembers two people that we always would leave with the boat when
They're not on this
we
boat.
went somewhere.
Nope, that was
Yes.
Randall and
Small.
what was the other guy's name?
Phil.
Randall and
Well,
Phil. We left
Maybe
everywhere.
when we get back.
Yeah, for now, you're it.
All right. He's like, yes.
Quick question: Is he actually one of the more competent?
Yeah, I mean, like from what you guys knew in the past couple of weeks, Argyle was spending a lot of time teaching him things.
Gotcha.
But obviously, like, when you first met him, he was very not competent. But he seems to
Right.
be like really stepping it up.
How much does Bobby the Slub get? Like, what is his wages?
Whatever you guys want to pay him.
Do we pay them, or does their pay come out of the guild's coffers?
So you guys are the owners.
So Bobby, we were paying. He was on payroll for us. Everyone else was on loan from King Scotty.
Do we have to give them back?
I mean, other than the dead ones, yeah. I assume at some point he'll
Other
want
than the
stuff.
dead ones.
I mean, I'm assuming you guys could just pay him out of the guild.
Well, I just did. I know we paid him and the other guy, which sadly I don't remember his name. Philip? I could be wrong.
Yeah, his name is also Philip Holmesby.
But I think that we paid both Bobby and Phillips for like. Did we give him like a year's wages?
I think so.
But I mean, if he's gonna be first mate, he deserves maybe a little pay bump.
I was gonna say I'll flick him a gold.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's all I'll do. I'll walk up to Bobby and be like, "Well, if you're first mate, you might as well get paid." Give him a gold piece.
And he pulls his shirt down and he looks legit now. He's like, thank you guys. I won't let you down.
We're gonna need to get you a hat.
Like a big hat with a feather in it.
I was thinking like a trickhorn, but yeah,
Says the captain without a hat.
Yeah, well, hats and swimming don't really go hand in hand, so.
Alright, well, with all that settled, I think I'm gonna head to bed. Or does one of us need to stay watch?
It's up to you guys.
I need to go to sleep for sure.
Well, Snoddler's got to steer the boat. The other two are already passed out drunk. I'm assuming Yuri's already passed out drunk as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he started sobering up a little bit, but I'm sure Yuri went off to bed. Vasen's off to bed.
Alright, Kolos, you want to wake me in a few hours?
Yeah.
Or do you want me to wake you in a few hours?
No, I'll keep watch for a few hours.
Alright, come and wake me when you're ready to go to sleep.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, nothing happens. Your watches are all uneventful, and the whole town or the whole sanctuary quiets down in the middle of the night.
Wee hours of the morning.
The wee hours of the morning. Yeah, you guys all wake up at first light, and you hear the sounds of yelling as a lot of the ships start pulling anchor and they start making their way through the dangerous pass.
I'll be on watch, so I'll start getting everyone up. I'll probably leave Kolos asleep. Probably won't touch the two drunks, but I'll get Snoddlers because he's got to steer the boat, and then Hector, and I'll wake Bobby up, and he can figure out who he needs to get this shit on the road, on the way.
Boston gets up and grabs his 100 proof quarter staff and rests it in his lap and does some meditating.
Okay. Boston, make a wisdom check, not a saving throw, just make a wisdom check. Just straight wisdom. Okay. Yeah, so you do your typical meditation. All right. So what else are you guys doing before you head out?
I really don't have it. I'm just doing some spells real quick, and then
I come up after my meditating and start working the sales and shit, doing the stuff that Argyle would be doing.
Nice. Yeah, and Bobby the sub, he actually takes it upon himself to come out and show you, Vasen, the things that he's learned. As you start learning a little bit extra sailing skill.
I asked Hector know that once we're out of the straits and sailing, I'll send it, because right now I'm currently exhausted, right? Because I did a watch.
Yeah, if you didn't sleep for 8 hours.
Yeah, fuck. There it is. Active conditions. So I'll do that, and then once we're out of the strait and sailing regularly, I will go to sleep. But for now, I'll walk up to Bobby the Slub and ask him what he needs me to do.
Yeah, so you guys make your way through the strait pretty easily on your way out because you're just following all the other ships. And Snoddlers steers the ship, no problem. So you guys make your way back out through the straits, back into the open sea. And I would assume you kind of distance yourself from all the other ships as they're coming out. As you leave, you see a lot of ships like make a hard turn to the south. And they start going around some of these small islands, and they actually head around the island and head back towards the west. A few head back to the east, and they're kind of spread all throughout. You see the Reaper ships, the dark black ships heading up north.
The Reaper ships, are those the ones that were taken over from the name of the empire up north?
The Keeland Empire.
Yeah.
So those were sea prince ships. The Reaper ships were just these black ships that were kind of like not in the best shape. They're all black, and they have these big nets that are hanging off the sides of them. They look like
Did all of them have nets on the side?
yeah. They all have these standard like nets, and they all look really beat up. They're not like the most put together ships.
No, the Pegasus and the King's Boy are the two ships that look like they'd come from the Keelan Navy.
Right. They were Keelan ships that were stolen and turned into pirate ships.
And no idea where the blood sail came from. That monster. Would I have noticed before we left? Would I have noticed that there were any more ships showed up, like the previous day, like right before the meeting?
I don't know. I mean, it seemed like most of the ships are already there. Maybe a few small ships, but nothing but major.
Well, I know when we first got there, me and Hector looked through the code just to see what they have for their armada.
Yeah. So
for now, anyway.
Yeah, like I said, you guys know roughly at that point that there was about 20 to 30 ships in the pirate armada.
Yeah, I had it. I wrote all that down. 20 to 30 ships in the codes, various size, and like some of the bigger ones, like the 2 Keelan Navies, Blood Sail, and everything else. I was just wondering if there was any, like, if there was a significant number that showed up, like last minute to the meeting or anything. Okay. And then once we're out of the strait, I'm gonna head to bed to finish out my long rest, I guess.
And so as you do that, like Bobby the Schlub, as you guys get out of the straits and stuff, he goes to Hector and asks for what's the course that we're setting sail for?
And we head back to Trillor real quick.
Snoddlers is just driving.
Back to where?
My city.
How far away was it?
If we're heading back to Saltmarsh, it was what, 100 miles before we hit Saltmarsh.
It's like an 8-day travel.
Probably from where we are now.
Yeah, from where you are.
Yeah.
It was a full 10 days from Saltmarsh, so.
I don't know if we're going back to Saltmarsh right now or where we're actually going, but at some point I would like to go back to Charlora.
Well, I know we have. At some point, we'll probably want to spread the word of what just happened, but I believe our plans were to one, head to Waterdeep, and the other one was talk to Oceanus's people to get see if we can get information on the Shark Queen.
And we wanted to go to Candlekeep.
That was the first one I said. What did I say the first time?
Oh, I thought you said
Waterdeep.
Oh, sorry, Candlekeep. My bad.
Okay.
Candlekeep's to the north, isn't it?
It's to the south.
South. Which would we hit first?
Snoddlers thinks we just need to make sure that we get the pirate banner up and then tell everyone that we're now pirates. Is that what we're doing?
The Guardians.
We went to the meeting. We're now in.
The Guardians is what they're called themselves.
Yeah, we should have a few flags made.
Ourselves.
Themselves.
Which one would we hit first? Oceanus's people or Candlekeep? I can't remember the map.
Which
is there
were being
Is the
protected.
goblin slaver camp on the way?
Maybe look at the
We don't
map.
know what goblin slaver camp.
So at one point you guys got a map from a ship, so you do
Mhm.
technically know where Kazadur is. And actually, I'm gonna open up the map. It's completely up because, granted, like you guys don't know all these places, but like Hector knows the land to the west.
Ooh.
Snoddlers thinks we should have said that we'll take care of Salt Marsh. Opportunity lost.
I don't think he was taking volunteers.
We go to the town of Vermilion also.
Vermilion, what was there?
Oh, in Verstad.
Mm.
That was the fruit people.
No, Vermilion is the it was in Javi's actual note.
Oh yeah, right, yeah. I don't think you guys know where that is. That was like a lost town or something.
Yeah, and that's where. Oh, that's right. Vermilion. That's why we got to go to Candle Creek to find where Vermilion is. That's what that is right there.
Yeah, we wanted to go to Candlekeep. I couldn't remember what we needed to go there for.
Information on
Information on Dagon
Dagon.
and Vermilion. Yeah.
and Seacrest, which is Oceanus's village. He has They have information on the Shark Queen, which the last we heard was she has one of the pieces.
No, we have to go talk to the Shark Queen.
Yeah, but the rumor is she has one of the pieces, I believe.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah. And may know where the others are.
Yeah.
So,
What's
Who the
this
fuck?
dot?
So that was the Emperor of the Wastes. I don't know why I forgot to label that, but
Okay, that's fine. But it sank back, right?
yeah, you guys. Well, you guys didn't sink it. That giant octopus sank it.
I mean, technically, yeah, sure. We're taking credit for it.
It's underwater there. If you guys want to go and check that out again.
Kazadur. That's what we need to find. Kazadur, Slave Island.
That's way up north.
Where are we in relation?
So you guys make your way back. Yeah, you're like in this area of all these islands.
Oh shit, we went really far to the west. Damn.
Oh
Yeah, it was 10 days. It was a week to get across the sea as far as you
Why
did.
Why are we going to the slave island?
Well, to find out why there was a bunch of slave goblins sacrificed where Dagon was spawned, and then he killed that little village. Or did you guys forget that little part?
Forget the major thing that happened in the world, but yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I remember the goblins being sacrificed in Dagon. I don't remember them being slaves or that.
Yeah, the goblin that we had said they looked like they were slaves.
Snoddlers doesn't remember that.
They had the slave branding on them.
I don't think Snoddlers was there when we got attacked. I think he came in the next session.
Yeah.
They were in like a sacrificial circle.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't even know if I was there for that.
And Silver Bluff was totally wiped out in like an instant.
Yeah, so the bluff
Yeah.
is gone.
And they were slave goblins sacrificed.
Where'd we get the information they came from Cazador? I remember the goblins, I remember the circle, and the ruins of the town, but I don't remember where we got the information that they were from Cazador.
One of the
The chick in the pink pearl, right?
The only
goblin?
person who knows about the goblin and the pink pearl is Kolos, and he never said anything, and she can't remember where she came from.
yeah, she doesn't know where she came from,
Then
but
it
somebody
wasn't
else,
her.
yeah, somebody
Someone
else
else
that you
said it,
guys talked
for
to
sure.
mentioned the slavers from Kazadur.
Yes.
Okay,
The
that's the
orc
only
slavers
part I
in
couldn't.
Kazadur.
That's what I couldn't remember. Is where that information came from.
Yeah, so we were gonna go to Candlekeep, which is kind of.
Well, we could. The meeting was the
The
time
lizard
travel.
folk we still need to talk to also. Because they have shit on the Sahuagin.
Right.
That's how this all started. Was the lizard folk dealing with Sahuagin
So we
and the sea elves also.
Yeah.
Well, we can hit. Wait, where's?
We have a ton of shit we can do. So
Yeah.
Look down here, way down in the south.
Well, what we can do is we can hit Cazador. Then we can hit. Because they're.
I'm not seeing Cazador.
It's right here.
Oh, duh.
We can hit Cazador on the way, and then we can talk to the lizard folk in Saltmarsh, assuming we can get there on the ship. Then hit Seacrest, and then hit Candlekeep. And that just sends us in a line, unless you want to go like backwards and forwards in a weird pattern.
Kolos's people didn't mention where the fucking Shark Queen was.
They
Is that
did
like
not-
common
they-
knowledge?
They did not know that, but they said the Sea Elves would Oceanus' people in Seacrest.
Nah.
So let's hit Cazador, stop at Charlora real quick, go back to Saltmarsh, get Oceanus, and then go
I
down
think
to
Oceanus went home. Yeah.
Oh, he's in Seacrest?
Yeah.
Yeah, he went back home.
Do you guys know where Seacrest is? Because I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to.
Yeah, I think the only person that knows where it is was Argyle, and Kolos knows where it is.
Fucking Argyle.
Didn't Oceanus? He didn't tell us where it was.
No, he just said it
the
was.
direction.
Yeah, he said it was like 50 miles south of Saltmarsh, but.
Oh, so he was like, visit me anytime. I'm not going to tell you my address, but come and visit.
Right. Well, then he was like, "Can you guys breathe underwater?" And you're like, "No." He's like, "Well, all right, well, whatever."
Oh yeah, we're back on the ship, so everyone has underwater breathing again.
Is the marker on the map lizard folk where the lizard folk live?
Yeah, that was the lizard folks' lair. They had their giant mound that they lived in right there.
The one me and Hector tried to sneak into and failed miserably.
Yes,
mean,
Hector was turned into a horse. Then
We can hit Cazador and then go to the lizard folk. Or we can go to the monastery, then the lizard folk.
Monastery.
Yeah, Temple of Oman. Right above it.
Okay, so we'll go Cazador, Temple, Lizard Folk.
We could also, if you guys wanted to, we could swing by Saltmarsh, make sure everything's going good there, then head to Trilora.
Yeah, no, we 100% should stop at Saltmarsh after the lizard folk.
We should, on our way to Saltmarsh, be ready to fight What's-His-Face.
Huh?
The captain.
Kovac.
Why would we have to fight Kovac?
We don't have to, but just be ready in case
Jesus.
we have to. Because
All I know is we should,
Are we
when we get to
pirates now?
Saltmarsh, we should make the flags.
yeah, we should definitely get the flags. If we can get them at Saltmarsh, is there someone there who we think could probably make that pretty well for us, or should we go to?
you probably could in Saltmarsh. I mean, it's just a flag. It's nothing too crazy.
I didn't know. If,
Snoddlers
Yeah,
wants to pirate flag too.
we're not pirates, but I mean, Govac knows our ship, so I'm pretty sure he's not going to attack us because that's the ship that I told him that Yuri and I will be on.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I also like if he's in the middle of attacking, like I forgot the kingdom's name, King Scotty's ship.
Scotty.
You know what I mean? Are we gonna just like?
Because his goal is to undermine and take over Saltmarsh, essentially.
Well, yeah, he's not going to. We're not going to let him do that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. We gotta be prepared.
So we might have to fight Govac.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's on site, right? I'm just saying we have to be prepared for that possibility.
Agree.
Okay.
I mean, if we could avoid it, if he's attacking someone, then yeah, I guess we should step in and not let them do that. But
Right.
Govac's your
I
boy,
mean,
let's
though.
not let's not look for trouble.
Yeah, I'm not. But here's the thing, like,
Like, oh look, there's Kovac ship. Let's go try to fight him.
That's what I'm saying. It's not on site, but it's like
Yeah.
by the
Yeah,
same
no, I
token.
agree. 100% agree.
Okay, because they basically sent all the pirates out to like go raid and maintain power. So like, if they
I
just
feel like it's an inevitability at some point.
I
It's
don't-
going to come down to we're going to have to deal with him at some point.
yeah.
Unless you're just going to let him subvert the
No.
place that is our headquarters.
Maybe we could talk him into working for us.
Yeah, he's not the brightest. We might be able to convince him to join.
Let's get him drunk.
Get a couple drinks in him.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we'd have to stop him.
Yeah, okay. So I think we're gonna head out towards Kazadur.
All right, final answer.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's fine.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna head that way, and I'm gonna let Snoddler steer for as long as he wants.
Aw, he's upping his sailing skills.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. We need some more people with sailing.
He's
Snoddlers
so
wants to do
excited
the
he
whole
fell.
Snoddlers,
Shit.
what?
Snoddlers would like to keep going.
Yeah.
So it's 660 miles to Kazadur. Yep.
Jesus.
So that's like just over 5. No, just under 6 days.
Yeah, it's like 5-6 days.
Oh.
All right, yeah. So you guys start heading out and feeling confident that you got some ideas in the bag here of what you're gonna do, and you make your way out towards Kazadur. About 3 days into your journey, you're about halfway to Kazadur. You see a ship in the distance, and you're kind of closing on it fast because you realize it's adrift. And as you close in on it, you see nobody on board. And I guess that's where we'll leave it right there.
Oh, a cliffhanger.
Kinda.
Get that.
Very intriguing.
An adrift ship in the middle of the Azure Sea. So I'll put you guys.
There you go, Kevin. Your ship that you're looking for.